San Antonio's Sports Center.
The Spurs look to build a 2-0 lead in their first-round playoff series with the Portland Trail Blazers. They'll try to do that tonight inside the Brighton Center. Tip-off is set for 7 o'clock. The game will be televised on NBC. Of course, the Spurs won Game 1 Sunday night, 111-98. Victor Wembanyama will play his first game since being named the Unanimous Defensive Player of the Year yesterday. Boston takes on Philadelphia, L.A., and Houston.
Joe Reinagle.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
On a Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Hope you're having a great day out there, whatever you're doing, however you're doing it. Thanks for spending a little time with us here on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minix.
Game day.
Game day.
Game day. Game 2 coming up tonight down at the Brighton Center.
I'm very happy about that there weren't 3 or 4 days in between games 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
That can happen sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Happier that it's a 7 o'clock start?
Absolutely. A little more respect for the Spurs.
A little more respect.
Well, of course it is. And then, they get that Sunday game in Portland at 2:30. That's the kind of respect I'm talking about.
Really?
Yes. Hey, NBC knows what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what channel that game's on Sunday, but
what channel is it on tonight?
Channel 4.
Uh-huh. NBC, Mike Tirico on the call.
That's right, for the second consecutive game.
Mm-hmm. Little, isn't that great for Mike Tirico and the NBC crew? You get a couple of days in San Antonio, yet Noah's Ark is being constructed.
It is. I tell you what, it's been crazy, hasn't it? I was talking to somebody this morning, one of those guys, and I've never been one of those guys, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but if you got a rain gauge in your backyard, a lot of people do.
Well, yeah.
I don't have one. Said he got 6 inches of rain at his house.
He got 6 inches?
6 inches.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
A first for everything.
It's always funny because I wanted to know, and it's got to be a lot of rain all over the place. And it never rains at the airport. But even the airport got 4 inches.
4 inches.
4 inches.
I'm not one with the rain gauge either, but a buddy of mine, he texted me a picture of his rain gauge. And it was only at 1 inch yesterday, and now it was, and I'm looking at it going, is it full? I can't tell where.
I don't know, man, but I know it's rained a hell of a lot, and it's just unbelievable. And I don't know, it can stop any time, as a matter of fact, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, look, I mean, it's Fiesta, and it sucks for those that have invested a lot into being at Fiesta events. Like last night with the parade finally getting canceled, right as we went off the air at 6 o'clock, they finally said, yeah, we're not doing it. And it looked like the city is the one that actually decided they weren't going to have the parade, not the Cavaliers. But everything that was set for last night, all the food, all the drinks, where's that? Nyosa starting tonight. Hopefully people go and they're able to go and have a good time. By all accounts, it's on. Missions are playing tonight. That game, as we sit right now at 2:03, still on. In fact, we've got some tickets that we'll give away here in a bit.
Yep.
But I'm good. Like I don't want it raining during Fiesta. I don't want these events messed up. But as I look at the forecast, Thursday is going to be spectacular.
Well, of course it is.
Thursday is going to be spectacular for Taste of the Northside. And the Blitz broadcasting live outside at Taste of the Northside.
Well, I'm pretty happy about that since we are broadcasting from outside. That's always not. Look, it's the best Fiesta event there is. I mean, it really is. DVS Martin on our SA Sports Star YouTube feed saying they need a bigger rain rock.
Well, you saw they hung the rain rock the other day, and it rained. So
it didn't work.
They need a new rain rock. Although that is one of those Nyosa traditions.
It is, but maybe they should try 1 year without the rain rock. I mean, it seems to rain every year on Nyosa.
I mean, it is April in Texas.
I get it, but
And then the old saying, April showers bring May flowers.
How sweet, man.
Isn't it?
That is just, you're such a poetry guy.
We're all surprised
Wow.
that it's raining in April, right?
Well, it doesn't always rain in
It
April.
doesn't always, but it does. Now, we don't always get this crap. This sucks.
It's been a lot. Yes, it has. And now it's just nasty outside, just kind of that drizzly stuff.
It's worse in April than in December as far as just kind of dreary and nasty. And kind of, the hell is this?
Look, dude, if you're going to Nyosa tonight, you probably don't give a damn about a little drizzly rain.
No.
I mean, you're going to go out there, you're going to eat, you're going to have some drinks, and you probably don't give a damn. So head on out to Nyosa tonight. Have a good time if that's what you're doing. There's also a Spurs game that, there's lots of places to watch if you don't have a ticket to the game itself.
Sure.
A lot of places to go with a roof. So you don't have to get wet.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
It's going to be fun tonight. I don't know, and I know we're going to get into it and a lot to talk about leading up to tonight's game, but I am anxious to see the adjustments that are made on both sides. I don't know if you're San Antonio, what you're expecting or how Mitch Johnson is going to counter what he believes, kind of a chess match at this point in time. Because, look, if I'm Thiago Splitter, I'm pulling out all the stops tonight. Whether they work or not, who gives a damn? You got to try something.
The idea when you look at the game tonight, I think everybody expects Portland to try to be a little bit more physical, especially with Wemby, than they were in Game 1. But the Spurs are also expecting that. What adjustments are the Spurs going to make, especially on defense, to try to stop Denny? I mean, to me, we're all looking and talking about, well, what's Portland going to do? What can they do? What are the Spurs going to do, especially on the defensive side, to maybe slow down some of their scoring? And that's the fun part of a series is both staffs have had the same amount of time to watch the film and see what they think they can do, but also a big part of that is anticipating the moves that they expect to see made, what adjustments are there.
Well, they do have the Defensive Player of the Year.
Unanimous.
Youngest, all of those good things. When Wemby's on the floor, I'm not really concerned. But what I saw the other night, and that's what I want to really watch tonight, when he rests, when he takes a breather, how do the Spurs handle Portland? Because Portland matched up pretty well against the Spurs when Wemby was not on the floor. So I want to see that. Are there going to be any adjustments there? And I will give Rob Thompson said this morning, and I just happened to be listening on my way home from the gym, and he may have a point that Portland may get aggressive and try to get Wemby into some foul trouble. And I could see where that might be a pretty good strategy. If you just go at him, you're going to get swatted back. But if you can get into him and maybe –
in other words, stop being scared of him?
Well, stop being scared of him, get into him, and maybe the officials play along a little bit and Wemby gets in foul trouble. If he does, obviously that's an advantage for Portland.
Maybe,
I thought that was a pretty good point that old Rob made this morning.
Maybe the Spurs actually get some calls tonight.
Oh, please. Jeez. Are we going there already after one game?
I mean, did you watch Game 1?
I did.
It felt like the whistles were going for the road team and not the home team.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Jeez.
I knew that would get you fired up on a Tuesday.
Please.
10 minutes in, let's go.
Oh, my gosh. The officials already. When the Spurs lose a game in these playoffs, and they will, nobody's going 16-0. I hate to break that to anybody.
Here we go.
It's going to be the officials' fault. It will be. I can hear it now.
Well, because you've seen this book before.
I can hear it now. Yeah. Damn officials, they're against us.
Ask Knicks fans.
Yeah. Knicks fans. You talk about a collapse. And I tell you what, I think Mike Brown damn near got fired last night after that game. It's just they're.
Mm-hmm.
We got a lot to talk about, a lot going on, a lot of playoff series last night. I know Spurs fans at the gym this morning were very happy about that Nuggets loss. Because here's what I heard, and here's what I love about Spurs fans. I love you guys. I really do. I love you. Now the Nuggets have to play at least one extra game than the Spurs. And I said, well, what do you mean? The Spurs are going to sweep Portland?
Yes.
Well, yes, of course they are.
Yeah.
Of course they are.
You didn't know that?
I know it's been predicted, but I'm just saying.
What did you predict? I forgot.
5.
Oh, okay.
I said Portland would win game 3.
All right.
That's what I said.
All right.
So we'll see. Although there's not going to be any pomp and circumstance in Portland because of that cheap-ass owner they've got.
No, but some local company there is going to make up some free shirts to give away to make up for their cheap-ass owner. We'll get into that coming up.
Well, I hope so. I hadn't heard that. That's news to me, Minix.
Well, that's what I'm here for.
I thought we were supposed to go over that in rehearsal. No?
We don't rehearse.
Oh, we don't?
No.
Oh.
Can you tell?
Some days, yes.
We do have a lot to give away today. We mentioned Thursday, Taste of the Northside.
Yes.
We have a pair of tickets to Taste of the Northside that we are going to give away today. They're $300 each, so we've got a $600 prize that we are giving away for Taste of the Northside. We've got Gunslinger tickets to give away for their game Saturday.
Wow.
And we have Missions tickets for tonight.
Against the Sod Poodles.
Well, it's, appropriate because, it's soggy outside.
Well,
you said
so.
sod, not sog. But they are soggy dogs, so what the hell?
Well, they are. And as of now, the Missions are still playing, and I think they will if it doesn't, come a monsoon again.
No lightning.
They probably will.
Yeah, we're good. In fact, let's give away a 4-pack of tickets right now to go see the San Antonio Missions.
Sounds good to me. Caller number what?
I don't know. It's 212. Caller 12.
All right. 656-3776, 656-ESPN. Caller number 12, you're going to win a family 4-pack to go see the Missions tonight. Okay, it is tonight out at the Wolf. So good luck to you. When we come back, Victor Wembanyama talking a lot about his Defensive Player of the Year award. We're going to hear from Wemby coming up, and it's basketball, playoff style when we return here on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Missions fans, get ready for AARP $2 Tuesdays at Wolf Stadium, presented by San Antonio Sports Star. Enjoy $2 tickets, beer, hot dogs, and more at every Tuesday home game. First pitch at 7:05. Don't miss out. Get your tickets now at samissions.com.
Have pain? Have chronic pain? Low back pain, knee pain, neck pain, or shoulder pain? I can help. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, and we get to the root of your pain. We don't just give pain medications. We do the proper investigation to see what is the root cause, and it's covered by your insurance. Reduce your medication, avoid surgery, and get rid of pain for good. Call for your free evaluation. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, where we get to the root cause of your problem. 210-468-1891.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Attention coaches, educators, and booster clubs. Need a fundraiser that's different from the rest? With Gardenville, supporters purchase something they already need. High quality, locally sourced mulch and compost. Your organization earns money on every sale. Real products, real value, with support from Gardenville to keep it simple. Ready to grow your fundraiser? Visit garden-ville.com/fundraising. That's garden-ville.com/fundraising.
On top of home and auto, Progressive protects your boat, RV, and motorcycle so you can explore the unknown.
Actually, we just take the RV to the same campground every year.
Well, maybe you can catch your own dinner on your boat.
Oh, we can actually get pizza delivered there from this brick oven place we love.
Will you at least try a new topping?
Honestly, probably not. We kind of have a go-to order.
Fine. Just bundle home or auto insurance with your outdoor vehicles with Progressive and stay protected when you go, I guess, where you've gone before. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Coming up on the Morning Huddle, Game 2 in the books for the San Antonio Spurs. How's the series looking as they head up to Portland?
Lots of Game 2s and 3s in the next couple of days. We'll get you all caught up. The NFL draft is just hours away. Thoughts the Cowboys going heavy on defense. What do you think? Get here early. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Victor Wembanyama, unanimous Defensive Player of the Year award winner. Announcement was yesterday. He's also the youngest to ever win that particular award. So congratulations to Wemby and the San Antonio Spurs. And I tell you what, it well-deserved, and I'm glad it was unanimous.
That was the only drama really going into the announcement that we knew was coming at 5. We knew it was going to be Wemby, but would it be unanimous? And obviously it was. So first time a unanimous winner. He's the youngest winner, and he said today why being unanimous is special to him.
It's just very meaningful to me. You know, it means that there's no place for debate. It means that everybody agrees upon something. I mean, it's impressive. It's more impressive than, there's no asterisk in it. You know what I mean? It's not. It's like it's not a subjective matter.
Mm-hmm. There's no doubt.
No doubt.
No doubt. Everybody in the world knows I'm the best.
Well, and he is. And again, I think it's the first of many for one Victor Wembanyama when it comes to Defensive Player of the Year and probably MVP too. Even though he may not win it this year, I think certainly a few of those in his future.
You know, he said last night on NBC after it was announced that he had won, because there has been a lot of talk about him openly talking about wanting to collect as many trophies as possible.
It means everything. You know, I'm smiling because I was just reminding myself of the time where I was actually at Hakeem's and looking at this plaque, saying basically block shots leader all time, right? And he was like, you're going to beat that one day. So, one step at a time.
I'd love to hear that conversation between Hakeem and Wemby. I'm not sure. We might need a translator. I don't know. It might be hard to understand those guys. I'm just saying.
No. I mean, but again, he talked about, being a student of the game and his relationship with Hakeem. Oh, it's not going to work? No? You're waving me off. Are we still in third? Who's on second? What's on first?
I think that's what we just heard is what he's trying to tell you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I kind of wondered. We have a professionally produced radio show,
we
is it
do.
not?
At least we're on the air. That's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Today.
For now, anyway. We're sitting there looking at each other like, what do we do now? What do we do now?
Well, I mean, I don't know if is there on the other side of the glass, which we can't see. You're frantic over there. So, can we continue on? Can we play audio? Is everything working over there? Okay, cool. It was funny today at the press conference. A very well-known reporter was able to get in and ask Wemby a question.
I have a question. How does it feel to not only be the youngest Defensive Player of the Year, but the only unanimous Defensive Player of the Year? You're late, man. We've already very first question, but it is fine. Who asked that question?
I was over there.
It's okay. Of course.
But yesterday he said so many great things about you.
Yeah.
He said it was all deserved. He said your work ethic is a match. You went on like 90 seconds.
He said it was earned. He said it was earned.
Come give me a hug. Don't worry about it. Yes, sir. Hey. Best player in the world. Best in the world. Yo!
Yeah.
You know, a lot of respect there, too. It was a sweet moment. Wemby said, come and give me a hug. That was Keldon Johnson, in case you couldn't tell. And then Keldon walks off and said, well, that's the best in the world. So it's good. It's good. And what I did like, and I'm sitting here and maybe I don't know which particular bite it is, but there were several different times, very proud of Wemby today, because he credited his teammates.
High ambition, and honestly, I think we often overlook, the team aspect, because, I'm sitting here. I happen to be the guy that's put in the spotlight, but I am part of the system, and I couldn't get this award, and I couldn't do what I do if it wasn't for my teammates who actually, do the rotations and allow me to be in the spotlight. If it wasn't for my coaching staff, Sean Sweeney, the defensive coach of our team, sitting here with us right now, Mitch Johnson as well, I fit in a system, and I happen to be the guy who benefits from it, but we cannot forget about these guys either.
Way to go, Vic.
Wow.
Beautiful job. That was outstanding. Great answer.
He's kind of done that all year.
I'm just saying, I like that. That was fantastic. You win a big award. It's one you wanted. And you credit your teammates, because he's right. He can't, as good as he is, I don't think he wins that if he's out there playing 1 against 5.
Well, obviously not.
Okay, then.
I mean, you can say that about every superstar.
I'm just saying.
But he is the ultimate teammate, and I do think just seeing how these guys are around each other. The other day, when Wemby didn't walk off the court right away, he waited for De'Aaron Fox to finish up an interview, so they walked off together, and he said, nobody walks alone here. I mean, he's been that way. You could tell this is a tight-knit group. They enjoy being around each other. They like to play basketball together as a group. Keldon interrupting the press conference today is a sign of that. We have seen through the years different awards being handed out and players there watching, but not necessarily participating. Now, one comes to mind is when Pop won a Coach of the Year and Timmy was standing there behind all the media watching. Now, Tim's not going to grab a microphone and ask questions. That's just his personality. But for Keldon to do that, and the only disappointing part there is Keldon asked the obvious question that you knew was probably going to be the first. Youngest and unanimous. Cool. When a player who knows you far better than any member of the media grabs a microphone, you kind of expect the question to be something that none of the other media would even know to ask. That was the only disappointing part about Keldon today, not coming up with something better. We've all been in, all of us in the media have been in situations where players get going. And as a talk show host or as a reporter, you stand back and just let them go because it's gold. And Keldon, funny, but could have asked a gazillion other questions that only he would know to ask.
Well, absolutely. But, he was Keldon. He wanted to know how it felt. He didn't hear the answer when somebody asked that question the first time.
Yep.
He could have asked Vic that in the locker room, though. Hey, Vic, how's it feel?
Well, I mean, I'm sure in the locker room there was lots of other conversations. Now, I think one of the best answers that he gave today is why he takes so much pride in being a great defender.
So there was one very interesting happening. It was in France. I was playing. It was my first year, so I was 14 or 15. I don't know. It was in the middle of the first year. And the opponent coach said, "Oh yeah, NBA prospect, but he can't play defense, so attack him." And my teammates and my coach told me that the coach said that. So
you took that personally?
Yeah, I took that personally.
You took that personally.
And the rest is history.
Very good. Very good. Now, that's a great answer. But sometimes, you don't think about that. If a coach insults you when you're younger, I mean, you take it to heart and you try to get better in that particular situation. And obviously, Wemby did that.
Well, and again, the idea of, all right, he's a tall prospect. He can't play defense. Go at him. Wemby took that personally. Great Nike ad yesterday congratulating Wemby on the award and the accolade, and NASA chimes in, not only on the planet, in the universe. I mean, like everybody in the world is talking about Wemby, and I wish we could find out that coach, because he should get some credit in creating a superstar. Because I'm sure at the time, that coach was right. Yeah, he's tall. Don't be afraid of him. He doesn't play defense. But that sparked something in Vic. Where does that competitive edge come from? You can learn a lot from that short 28-second soundbite about what drives a star player like Victor. And 14, 15 years old, and that drives him today, that he still remembers that. I like that. I think that tells you a lot about Vic that maybe we didn't already know on, don't piss him off. I took that personally.
Well, look, I think Wemby is one of the most competitive people I've ever seen.
Uh-huh.
And that's to me a high compliment in a world of world-class athletes. I mean, this guy is just he wants to be the best at absolutely everything. And you have to admire that. If you're going to play basketball for a living, I think that should be everybody's mindset. But he takes it a little bit further than that, and he sets the mark when it comes to wanting to be the absolute best.
The idea of, if you make it to the NBA, if you make it in professional sports, pick your sport,
mm-hmm.
You're one special athlete. You're one special individual. You've got a work ethic, a drive, and abilities that most people don't have. You saw that all throughout the NCAA tournament, that stat of, 98% of college athletes go pro in something other than their sport, right? It's, even if the guy on the end of the bench that doesn't ever play is a far better athlete than most everybody else.
Absolutely,
right?
Yes.
And they're all competitive. And then you get that next level. And then the level after that, very few are in. You think about the Mamba mentality. And there are a lot of great superstars, but the Kobes, the Michael Jordans, the Victor Wembanyamas that are just so competitive. Tim Duncan, very quiet in a different way, but to have that kind of drive, not everybody is willing to put in that kind of work.
No, you're absolutely right, and it takes a lot of work. And I just I'm very happy with Wemby's press conferences, either last night on NBA TV or today at the Rock. He speaks well. I love it as a reporter. You appreciate that to some extent. There are some things that kind of grind my gears, but other than that, he made up for it today. It was good.
I'm glad you're happy.
Yeah, absolutely. I am happy. I'm happy for old Wemby. He got what he wanted.
He got what he wanted.
Unanimous.
Now he's got to. Now we'll see, not winning MVP, how much that drives him.
Well, it's interesting that you say that because, and look, I think the voters did Rudy Gobert a favor because remember last year when he was named, he had a horrible playoff series.
Yep.
Terrible. Last night he was pretty damn good because he had a chip on his shoulder. So I think sometimes that drives people. It will be interesting to see if Vic doesn't win MVP, how that will drive him as the Spurs progress in the playoffs. I think it will, especially if they have a meeting with SGA and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yes, sir.
It's going to be interesting to see. Lots to talk about in the NBA because there were some upsets last night. Denver, they always have trouble with Minnesota. If you're the Denver Nuggets, that's the last team you wanted to see in the first round of the playoffs.
It's funny how matchups work.
It really is. And Denver got off to a big lead, and Minnesota came back. That was actually a good game in the second half.
Yep.
The Atlanta Hawks, the Knicks suck. Can we just say that?
Well, wait a minute.
They suck.
Wow.
They should be down 0-2.
Wow.
They really should be.
I think he's a bum.
I'm sick of the New York Knicks. They're the most overrated franchise in the NBA.
Overrated.
They're the most overrated franchise in the NBA. It's unbelievable. Every year, watch out for the Knicks. The Knicks, this is their year. It's never their year. Reminds me of an NFL team.
I knew you were going to bring up the Dallas Cowboys.
Here we go.
The low-hanging fruit.
Let's talk about it when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, nobody ever plans on getting arrested, but it does happen to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons. If you get arrested, you know you want to get out of jail fast because it's Fiesta time. You want to get back to the party. Well, best way to do that, call my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. You can text the word bail to 474747 or even start the bonding process online, mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what all those conditions are before accepting it. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds, AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, have a free shuttle service, and of course they are discreet and confidential, open 24/7, offices all over San Antonio and Texas. So if you're up in Dallas, down in Corpus, leaving whatever Fiesta event, license number 149, call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or go online at mybestbailbonds.com.
San Antonio, this Saturday, April 25th at 4 p.m., the Gunslingers are back at Freeman Coliseum for an explosive home showdown. We're welcoming the Northern Arizona Wranglers to town, and it's our retro 70s throwback game. Get ready to groove as we crank up the disco vibes. The first 1,000 fans through the door get a free far-out 70s explosion wig in red, white, or blue. Big hits, big hair, and nonstop action. Don't miss it. Gunslingers versus the Wranglers this Saturday, 4 p.m. at Freeman Coliseum. Tickets at sagunslingers.com or the box office.
Move over, Chips. There's a new crunchier MVP in the snack aisle. Enter pork rinds. Southern recipe pork rinds are low-carb, gluten-free, and packed with protein to keep you going. And the flavors, big, bold, crunchy. From sweet barbecue to hot honey, every bite brings that flavor-packed crunch you crave. Grab your favorites today at H-E-B or online at porkrinds.com. Southern recipe pork rinds are your snack time, crunch time hero.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. You know, the big wireless companies say they have discounts for people over 55, but unless you're willing to sit on hold and ask, you're probably paying more than you should. At Consumer Cellular, there's nothing to hunt down. We're built for people 50 plus with plans starting at just $20. And our 100% US-based customer service actually answers the phone. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today and get your second month free for a limited time.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Breaking news for your home. Way Day. Wayfair's big sale is almost here, and you can score the best deals in home. Like up to 80% off everything home. Yes, you heard that right. 80% off with free shipping on everything. Plus surprise flash deals all Way Day long. We're talking outdoor furniture and essentials, rugs, and more. All at Wayfair. And all up to 80% off during Way Day. Shop Wayfair's Way Day from April 25th through 27th.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
We have meaningful basketball being played in San Antonio for the first time in years, and you know the Roof Hub has proven to be the best place to go watch the games with those three massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roof Hub, show up hungry. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch the game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roof Hub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo. Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
A small business affirmation from Progressive. Food truck owners, today business will be booming. People will love your new menu and not make special orders. You will not roll your eyes when someone calls it a quesadilla. You will also switch to Progressive to get 30 customizable coverage options and restore your inner peace. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage is not available in all states or for all vehicles and covered selections.
Let's be honest. Watching the Rangers is better when you got something on the line. On Rangers game days, call your shot with the Morning Huddles. Rangers Double Dinger Payday. Play ball! Pick the Ranger you think will send one into the seats. He hits one, you're going to a Rangers game. He hits two, now you've just been upgraded. Tickets and a hotel stay. That's what we call getting paid. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Make your pick and win with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
Turn that thing on.
It
The
helps.
NBA playoffs. That's what we're talking about. Of course, the Spurs in action tonight inside the Frostbank Center. Game number 2 in the first-round series against the Portland Trailblazers. I'm excited for this game. 7 o'clock tip or so. Probably be about 7:10, don't you think? Something like that. Either way, doesn't matter. I just want to see if the Blazers can do anything to have a little bit better outcome. Although I will say this, and not that they scare me in the sense that I'm scared the Spurs are going to lose this series by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not. But I just like the attitude of the Portland Trailblazers. I like what Tiago Splitter has done, and that team just doesn't quit. They just keep coming after you.
I watch them, and the word that always comes to mind is scrappy.
Yeah.
That is a scrappy basketball team. And in game 1, while the Spurs were in control, and I don't think anybody ever felt like the Spurs would end up losing that game, like the Knicks did to the Hawks last night. We'll get into it. They were always within arm's length. But I never thought the Spurs would blow that game. But they're scrappy. And as long as you've got that kind of attitude and mindset, it's up to the Spurs to take their will away. And can the Spurs do that? Whether it's late third quarter, early fourth quarter, I don't see the Spurs winning by 30 or 35. Like Oklahoma City took Phoenix's will to win as soon as Phoenix seemingly walked into the building.
Exactly.
Remember back in the day when somebody would play Judson and the game was over before they got off the bus?
Yeah.
That was the way Phoenix felt the other day. I don't think you're going to get that from this Portland team because they're a bunch of competitors. They're good. They're not great. And
they're not good enough.
That's it. And I know we've said this as soon as the matchup started. Portland this year is what we all thought San Antonio was going to be in training camp. At the start of the year, they took their step, which was the step we thought the Spurs were going to take. None of us saw the Spurs winning 60-plus games and being a 2 seed. So what you're seeing out of Portland is kind of what I thought we would see out of San Antonio. Wemby is at another level. To me, a defense tonight between, say, Vassell and Steph Castle on Denny is the matchups that I want to look at.
Well, and I want to see what they're going to do against Wemby. Is it going to be all Kling, whatever his name is? Klingon. That dude, he's a hell of a college player.
If this series goes 6, we might learn their damn names.
I'm just saying, I think that Portland's got some talent. I mean, they do. They've got some talented dudes. And again, I think the coaching has made the big difference in this because just what Tiago has been able to do, taking over a team after their coach was let go because he's involved in a gambling scandal. I just think he's done a great job. I'm a big Tiago Splitter fan. Just, covering him when I did back in the day and then just seeing him here now and what he's done with this basketball team. And I wish them a lot of success next year. Not this year.
Not so much success.
Well, not this year.
I mean, let's be honest. I mean, they can be good, but it's about the Spurs. And if that ends up being a good rivalry through the years, because they do develop, we'll see where it goes. But this whole series is more about San Antonio. And if San Antonio doesn't beat themselves, turn the ball over, get into foul trouble, miss a gazillion threes, and they're settling for nothing but threes. But that's the kind of beauty of game one. There were some times where they pushed Wemby out. Now all the dude do was go 5 of 6 from 3-point range. They left him wide open.
Yeah.
All right, you're going to do that? Watch this. But if,
I don't want to depend on that, though.
No. And that's the thing. Portland, they jack up a ton of threes.
Because they were afraid to go inside.
But that's kind of what they've done all year. They're just not a high-percentage three-point shooting team.
I just they've got to find their balls. I mean, they do. They've got to, and they've got to go after Wemby. They were scared to go inside against Wembanyama, and you could see that the other day, and that's why they settled for all the threes that they took. And I think that's what I mean. They've got to find a heart and some courage and at least try. Look, if Wemby gets 12 blocks tonight, so be it. As long as you're going inside, you're trying to get in there, and maybe you get him in a little bit of foul trouble, and who knows? But I think you got to try something else because you're right. I think the Spurs are happy to give them all the 3-pointers they want. I don't know that the Spurs are afraid of that. So they got to try something else.
Well, and again, what ultimately can Portland do? What's Vic going to be like in game 2? The idea that there was some nerves early in game 1. Mitch Johnson talked about that the other day, although he expected it. They planned for it. Same thing when you look at Portland, having not stacked up a lot of playoff experience. I think you saw a little bit of both. Quite frankly, the biggest issues were coming out of the locker room in the third quarter, which at times this season has been an issue for the Spurs. They recovered well. It certainly got interesting until it didn't because of that. So should be fun tonight, 7 o'clock on NBC. You also have the Sixers in Boston playing game 2 tonight, and then following the Spurs game, you get the Lakers and Rockets game 2.
Let's start with Boston. I think Boston. You talk about no matchup. I don't be Philly can match up with those guys. Maybe it's a little bit closer game tonight than it was in game 1, but Boston seems to be hitting their stride, and Tatum really hasn't fully come back yet.
Yeah,
and so they're still waiting on that. I think Boston certainly, to me, is the team that's going to come out of the Eastern Conference as I look at them right now. But I don't think there's going to be any issues. I think there's a huge point spread again between Philly and Boston, and I think Boston that most likely will be 4 and out.
Well, and I think Boston gets to the NBA Finals. Let's see, what does 14.5?
14.5, yeah.
That's it. Spurs favored by 11.5. The total's 220.5.
Which is the same line it was for the most part in game 1.
Mm-hmm. The Rockets are 5.5-point favorites on the road against the Lakers, with the over-under at 208. Durant's out, right? I haven't seen anything.
Well,
but he's supposed to be out.
Game time decision is what I've been reading. It's still, according to Ime Udoka in the article I just read, pain is not an issue. It's his mobility that's a problem.
Isn't that for all of us?
Well, especially when you're an old dude like Kevin Durant, right? So I don't.
And I know the Lakers are shorthanded. Are they saying LeBron can't do that again? I'm a little surprised to see the Lakers home dogs. Although, in reality, could you imagine if the Lakers go up 2-0 in this series?
That will surprise everybody. And I just saw on ESPN just a few minutes ago that Luka was out on the floor at practice. He's not going to play tonight, but he was out on the floor, so he must be getting close. And the Lakers just are trying to tread water until Luka and Austin Reeves can come back. And if they can knock off Houston, they might be dangerous when getting those two guys back.
And according to Shams, it's Durant has a deep bruise in his right patellar tendon. That sounds bad.
It does. It doesn't sound good. And then practice doing that.
Well, I mean, it happens.
Well, I guess you got to be a little more careful in practice, I would think, especially this time of year.
Yes, but we're talking about practice, right? Remember, who was it the other day that said our coach practices is too hard?
Oh, my gosh.
Right?
Yes.
And you were like, it's practice, go play. Isn't it the same thing?
Well, it's a little different because
you can't practice in bubble wrap.
This is the playoffs.
Oh, okay.
All right? I mean, if you're a Kevin Durant and you're 37 years old and you've played, I don't know what I know he was top 5 in minutes played this year. The guy's incredible, and he played in a lot of games. And I don't think I want my star, diving on the floor in practice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Call me crazy.
I mean, I'm with you there to a degree, but it is practice. Yeah. Game time decision, I suppose. I'm a little surprised that Houston is favored, but
well, they were favored in game 1.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I don't think anybody thought they were going to get from the Lakers what they got, and obviously Vegas doesn't think you're going to get that twice. But I do like the fact that some of these first-round series are obviously not going to be sweeps, and maybe you do get some decent first-round series. The fact that the Hawks rallied and beat the Knicks last night 107-106. The T-Wolves, even the series with Denver, 119-114, the final score.
That was a pretty good game. Denver got out to a huge lead first quarter. And then, boy, Minnesota just turned it on the second quarter. Then the third quarter was just back and forth. It was good, but that Denver-Minnesota, Minnesota knocked Denver out of the playoffs last year, if you'll recall.
Uh-huh.
So I'm sure Denver's not happy that they had to get stuck with Minnesota one more time.
It's weird because it feels like Minnesota has Denver's number. You might say Denver has the Spurs number. The Spurs have Oklahoma City's number. Yet the matchups are, man, we've got to get there but go through. And if you're Denver, you're looking at really Minnesota, huh?
Yeah.
Son of a. you go there. Although Jaden McDaniels after the game talking about that stellar Denver defense.
Go out for Jokic, Jamal, all the bad defenders, Tim Hardaway, Cam Johnson, Aaron Gordon, the whole team. Just go at them.
They're all bad defenders.
Yeah, they're all bad defenders.
They're all
bad defenders.
Wow.
Dude, as a fan of the game, I love that. But if I'm the coach of the Timberwolves, I'm going, dude, please don't do that again. Don't do that again. Why do you want to throw a bomb in the middle of the Denver's,
Dude, I love it.
Well, I do too. That's what I'm saying. But there's two different things there. I mean, as a fan of the game, you love it. But if I'm the coach, why give Denver any motivation at all to become better defenders?
Kind of like a coach telling a team of going against a 14-year-old Wemby, that guy sucks at defense, go right at him.
Exactly.
And he took that personally, and now he's the defensive player of the year. I don't know that I'd want to piss off the Joker.
No.
And you called him out by name.
I would not want to piss him off at all. And that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's okay. I love the trash talk, and it's fun for us to talk about it here on this show and reporters to report on that stuff. But, I mean, you just got to be like, dude, stop. Stop.
Some interesting coaching news in the NBA as well. Steve Kerr, it looks like, is not going to return as head coach of the Golden State Warriors. NBC Sports Bay Area has a story that says exactly that. Barring a change of heart, the belief is Steve Kerr won't be back. No amount of money is going to persuade him to come back for another year. The organization is obviously at a crossroads. It looks like this dynasty is over. Obviously, Steph Curry is still there and under contract, but Draymond Green is about to be a free agent. Obviously, Klay Thompson is already gone. And Steve Kerr, in the aftermath of their season coming to an end, used the term again that these jobs have an expiration date. He sounded done. And I don't know if what's the old saying from a player standpoint? If you're thinking retirement, you're already in retirement. If it's not about money, and let's face it, Steve Kerr just made a boatload of money on this most recent 2-year extension. And he did say it's not like he wants to go coach somebody somewhere else in the NBA. And he did say NBA. I don't know if that leaves the door open for college, but he's not going to coach another NBA team, his words. But if he's done, he's done. Hell, I hope he goes back to TV.
Yeah, he was great.
I mean, but kind of interesting. And you look at Golden State, where do they turn? Early indications are that Florida job is open. Well, that's kind of interesting because Billy Donovan is quitting the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah.
He's done in Chicago.
After 5 years in Chicago, he could be back in Florida, that's for sure. Back to Steve Kerr, he's got nothing left to prove. The guy's a hell of a coach. He's going to be considered one of the best in the NBA. He's got plenty of money. He can go do whatever he wants to do. And that Golden State team, their time is done. I feel bad for Steph Curry. I know there's rumors that they're going to go after Giannis this offseason. Sure. And then there was number 2 who was politicking to try to make his way to Golden State. And so I don't know. We'll see what they do and who they bring in as their new head coach. But, Curry's no spring chicken anymore.
No, and again, he's won a lot of titles. And, that's the beauty of the timing of the Spurs being so good right now is the Spurs are now climbing that ladder of it's their time. While you look at a team like Golden State who has been there, they're on the other side of that ladder. The whole cycle is it who are going to be the new good teams in the Western Conference because, you can look at Golden State now and say, yeah, they're not going to be in that mix right now. They might still be good, but this championship run is over.
Well, I think you're seeing the teams that are going to step up in the West. And you're seeing OKC, you're seeing San Antonio. I think Denver's still got a couple more years run in them. Minnesota, as long as Ant stays healthy and they continue to build there, I think that's another team that you got to watch out for. So, and maybe even this Portland team as they evolve and add pieces to it. Who knows? But there's still some good teams in the Western Conference. It's still the best conference in the National Basketball Association.
Oh, yeah.
So, but I don't blame Kerr. I mean, he sees the end. They're not going to win any more championships anytime soon at Golden State. It does not appear. So he's doing the right thing and trying to get the hell out of there. You were talking about the Blazers and how cheap their owner is. This guy is unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, now this was the cheese ball that ruined spring football here for us, right?
Well, with the Commanders, he's the one that bought the Alliance of American Football. And I'll never forget, it was after week 2, week 3, whatever it was, and the Commanders playing a home game. He's there kicking the tires on if he's going to buy him. If you remember, there was issues, and they said it was a payroll thing with the bank, and they got that fixed. And, and I met Tom Dundan, had a very brief conversation, but a lot of good things. And then when he actually took over, that's when he pulled the plug almost immediately before the end of the season. And obviously a different kind of purchase, but you start learning about him and, how he made his money. And he was the owner of the Carolina Hurricanes. And when he bought the Carolina Hurricanes, he did a lot of things that you would consider on the cheap.
Is he not still the owner of the Hurricanes?
He still is.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And they're good. They won in overtime last night in a hell of a playoff game. And I've rooted against Carolina ever since Tom Dundan came into my life. Not a fan. But then he buys the Blazers. And the stuff that he's doing at the NBA level are comical. This is almost Clipper-like back when Donald Sterling owned the team and made the boys fly commercial and do their own laundry and didn't even have, practice uniforms or multiple practice uniforms. So we had a friend on the other day from a Portland radio station, and he told a story that I don't know yet had gone national. I had not heard this story, but made the team check out of the hotel early, or on time actually, so he didn't have to pay a couple $100 in late checkout fees.
Unbelievable.
Now, that was the first I'd heard of that story. I don't think it was national yet, but his cheapness is going global. So apparently, not only is he worried about late fees, he is the only NBA owner that has kept his two-way players from traveling to save some money. He apparently didn't want to fly the team's photographer and media types, again, saving money because, spot on the plane, hotel room, per diem, those kind of things, nickel and diming stuff.
Yeah.
And apparently even like the team masseuse doesn't have a room to be able to, work.
Massage.
Yeah.
What is she? What do they? Players got to go down the lobby or what?
I have no idea. I mean, it's like there is a certain standard at the NBA level that you get accustomed to.
It's unbelievable.
And one of the things Brandon Sprague from the fan in Portland told us the other day when we were asking about Tiago's long-term future is, Brandon said he would love it, except Tom only wants to pay about $1 million a year. Mind you, average NBA coach is about $4 million a year, but somebody will coach this team for a cool $1 million.
Well, I'm sure they will, and I think Tiago Splitter has earned a look or two from around the league for any job openings. That could be certainly something that he may be interested in. It's going to be interesting to see, but some good stuff.
And the no free T-shirts for their fans. They don't want to spend T-shirt money, which, by the way, the team doesn't actually pay for. I'm guessing the team doesn't really fit the bill on that because there's a logo on it, so it's sponsored, right? So I don't know.
So they're going to have T-shirts?
No. But like you look at the Spurs, their T-shirts are sponsored. So I'm sure the sponsor is the one that ultimately is paying for the T-shirt, and then the team's still making a little bit of money.
Well, then what's the problem?
That's the thing is, do they not believe in the sales staff to go sell it? Because if they commit to the T-shirts, they've got to go buy the T-shirts and then hope they can sell it.
Unbelievable. It really is. Unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it at all. And you wonder, when does Adam Silver step in? In all seriousness, I mean, at some point in time, because you said it yourself, there is a standard in the NBA that should be followed by every franchise. And I just wonder if that's something that Adam Silver will step in and say something about.
Is it a level of cheapness on how he runs his business? And it might be, hey, I took this over. I'm trying to go cheap this year until I can get fully around it, although I don't know if Carolina is gotten a little bit more standardized with the rest of the NHL. But it kind of feels par for the course for Tom Dundan. I don't know if he was in Carolina for the game and then got on his private jet and flew here for tonight, but I know he was here the other day, saw a video of him shooting hoops on the court by himself.
Well, I don't know. Do you think he's got a private jet?
I'm pretty sure that he does.
I don't know. He might have taken a Spirit Airline flight out of there.
And I don't know this. I'm just guessing, in case Tom is listening. Rich guys like that, personally, they're not cutting back on their lifestyle. But everybody else. So, yeah, I could see him in his private jet getting where he needs to go. And so you over there, put in a request if you need a paperclip and then a report on why you need the paperclip, and I might give you the money to go get it.
That's a damn shame. Mm-hmm. It really is. Do better, Tom.
Come on, man.
My goodness, that's ridiculous. You're killing me.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a complaint at a restaurant and you're walking out, are you going to smack the server with your food?
Probably not.
Well, in Florida, that's what they do, apparently.
It happened one time.
We'll tell you about it. We continue here on the Blitz. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If old Tom Dundan and the Trailblazers really wanted to get some shirts made, they could just call Sammy's Embroidery and Printing over on San Pedro because Sam would get that done. You need T-shirts, screen printed, Sam will get you taken care of. If you need your logo on a golf shirt, a fishing shirt, a dress shirt, Sam has all the big name brands, North Face, Eddie Bauer, Nike, Travis Matthew, Port Authority, even now Tommy Bahama. He has over 25,000 caps and more than 75 color combinations on display in his showroom, including the popular Richardson 112 style trucker caps, Katie caps, Nike Cap America, to name a few. Over 700 uniform lines to choose from. And if you're running a business, Sam has much more than just uniforms. His sign shop can do signs, banners, flags, card magnets, vehicle wraps, window decals, and so much more. Nobody has better pricing. Sam is the only company in Texas with one-day turnaround. No order too small, no order too big. Call Sammy's Embroidery and Printing, 210-824-3900, 824-3900. Or better yet, go by that massive showroom down on San Pedro, a mile inside Loop 410 across from the McDonald's, or check the website, samsembroidery.com, for Sammy's Embroidery Club.
You're riding with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM Floresville, and everywhere at sasportstar.com.
Attention coaches, educators, and booster clubs. Need a fundraiser that's different from the rest? With Gardenville, supporters purchase something they already need. High quality, locally sourced mulch and compost. Your organization earns money on every sale. Real products, real value, with support from Gardenville to keep it simple. Ready to grow your fundraiser? Visit garden-ville.com/fundraising. That's garden-ville.com/fundraising.
Spring is here, and in South Texas, that means storms, wind, rain, and hail. If you've been hit by a storm or think you have damage, now is the time to contact Stevens Roofing and Solar at 210-785-0994. Don't put your trust in an out-of-town storm chaser. Stevens Roofing is a family-owned, locally based company who will be here for years to come. The team at Stevens Roofing and Solar will give you peace of mind when the storms come rolling in. Call 210-785-0994 for Stevens Roofing.
Healthy vision is about more than seeing clearly. It's about going beyond. From comprehensive eye care with the latest technology to advanced vision solutions that provide deep insights into your overall health. And with doctors who build lasting relationships founded on trust, ensuring that every detail is taken care of. I choose Vision Source to never miss out on life's precious moments. Vision Source, beyond your eyes.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
A small business affirmation from Progressive. Bakery owners, you will be loved today. Every pastry will be flaky. Your cake will make a child's day. Your delivery van won't get sideswiped by a distracted garbage truck driver. But if so, breathe easy, knowing you'll get back to business quickly with Progressive protecting your commercial auto. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Missions fans, celebrate Tuesdays for the Cultura at Wolf Stadium with AARP $2 Tuesdays. Presented by San Antonio Sports Star. $2 tickets, beer, hot dogs, and more every Tuesday home game. Get your tickets at samissions.com.
Spring into savings this truck month at North Park Chevrolet in Castroville, your 6-time Chevrolet Dealer of the Year. Lease a 2026 Silverado 1500 Crew LT for $589 a month, 0 down. Or drive a 2026 Silverado 1500 Crew Custom for $36,999. New heavy duties have 3.9% financing, no payments for 90 days. Together, let's drive North Park Chevrolet, 10 minutes by Loop 410 in Castroville. Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
The Frostbank Center will be rocking tonight. It is Game 2 of the Spurs 7-game series with the Portland Trail Blazers. Tip-off set for 7 o'clock. Now, Victor Wembanyama, who became the unanimous NBA Defensive Player of the Year and the youngest, he will be playing his first game with that title. A lot of basketball tonight. The Celtics, who lead the 76ers 1-0. They play Game 2 in Boston. Rockets trail the Lakers 1-0 in L.A.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Wet and soggy Tuesday, but that's okay, because we're getting it done. This is the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. He is Jason Minix. So much happening in the world of sports. We're talking so much NBA playoff basketball, Jason, that the draft is in 2 days.
Yeah.
The NFL draft in 2 days.
51 hours, 55 minutes, 21 seconds.
Oh, you didn't pull that off the top of your head. Oh, there it is. I see the clock. Okay.
Yeah, dude, it's right up
here.
Yeah.
I see it right there.
I was doing math in my head like Wemby. You're not buying that?
No, not at all.
As well you shouldn't. It is 51 hours away from the draft. Oh, well, there were a couple hours away from the rain stopping, according to my phone, which is more important. The night looks pretty clear once the rain stops. I guess there's a slight chance of rain in the 9 o'clock hour, again, according to my weather app, which means Wolf Stadium's going to be rocking and soggy tonight with the Soggy Poodles, the Soggy Dogs in town from Amarillo.
Soggy Dogs.
Isn't that what they're called? Or Sod Poodles?
Sod Poodles.
Same difference.
That's a groundhog, isn't it?
A Soggy Dog?
A Sod Poodle?
I don't know, but it's you get a $2 hot dog, so you can get multiple hot dogs.
Well, I'm just or multiple groundhogs, whatever they're serving. Look, I don't know, but I'm glad they're going to play because we're sending a lot of folks that way.
In fact, if you want to go, we got a 4-pack of tickets right now. If you want to go see the San Antonio Missions play tonight out at the Wolf, I'll make it easy on pledge on $2 Tuesday. Caller 2.
2?
Yeah.
656-3776, 656-ESPN. Caller number 2. You get a family 4-pack to go see the Missions and the Sod Poodles
right
at
now,
the Wolf.
Let's do the Headline Blitz.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. Brought to you by Novu Brazil Brewery in North Star Mall. 2 guys, 2 opinions, never enough time.
We've all had a restaurant screw up our order.
Yes, we have.
And you get angry when that happens.
Yes, you do, especially when you bring it back to the office and then find out it's screwed up.
And you kind of wish you could just go smack that employee in the head with the food, right? Not that you would, but you thought about it.
Well, I've never done that. I'd like to...
You've thought about it.
Not smacking them. I'm not a violent guy, Minix.
I
better go scream at them or something or say, WTF.
WTF.
Something. Yes.
What's this food? Is that what you mean by WTF?
Of course, yes. The hell are you thinking?
Yeah, down in Florida, somebody was not happy apparently with their order or the service and took the to-go container and hit the employee in the head.
As they're walking out, and of course the employee got upset, and there's video of it. It's amazing.
Wow.
So the employee got upset. They started a big brawl right there in the restaurant. I say a big brawl. It's just the 2 of them.
Well, still. I mean, fight.
But the restaurant is called Leroy's Southern Kitchen and Bar.
Sounds fantastic.
It does. There's a picture of a prime rib they had up here a minute ago that was fantastic.
Leroy Southern Fried. I'm not thinking I want prime rib. I want some chicken fried steak.
I don't know, dude. That prime rib and loaded baked potato.
It looks good.
It does.
But if I'm going Southern, I need it fried.
That's the weekend special, by the way.
Well, it's Tuesday.
Friday and Saturday night only. So if you're in Florida listening and Leroy's Southern Kitchen and Bar, and you want prime rib, you got to wait till the weekend. And don't fight with the servers.
Although the restaurant says we take up for our employees. That's what I appreciate. They didn't give one of those BS apologies that were like, that shouldn't happen. We've disciplined our. No, they said don't mess with our people. Our staff is good. I appreciate that.
Well, still, the article doesn't say exactly what happened.
Well,
I mean, if the server was being ridiculous.
The restaurant stood up for their employee.
All right, well.
So I got to believe they took their side of the story, whatever it was. But clearly whoever bought the food, They seem to be the instigator. Even there might have been a little jawing, but you don't hit somebody with your to-go container, and quite frankly, it's just going to have your food spill all over the ground.
Well, yeah,
don't be an idiot.
Yeah.
Don't be an idiot.
Well, that's hard for some people.
True.
Very hard.
Ryan Eagle, if you didn't know this, is an expert at sports trivia.
Yes, I am, as a matter of fact.
He is quickly going to apply for ESPN Jeopardy, which apparently is coming. In fact, the reports are Joe Buck is going to be the host of ESPN Jeopardy.
You know, I think that's a perfect person to do that. Joe Buck kind of looks like a
game show host.
Well, he does. Yeah, but
what does a game show host look like?
Maybe a smart guy with the glasses there. I don't know. He kind of
because he's wearing glasses, that makes him a smart guy.
Well, no.
Thank you.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work for everybody.
Clearly, if you pay attention to this show, you can tell which one of us wears glasses.
It doesn't work for everybody.
Oh,
but so sports trivia. This is going to be a lot of fun. I think I'll watch this. And props to ESPN for coming up with something that, people might actually watch. That's good.
I mean, you get into some of those summer months and you got to have some programming. So we'll see if it actually happens, but sounds cool enough.
It does.
Yeah.
I'll watch.
Speaking of cool, remember back in high school, all the cool kids were in the smoking section? Remember when at your high school you actually had a smoking section and nobody got in trouble for smoking on campus?
I don't recall a smoking section
really? You
at
didn't
my high
have
school.
one at Alice High School?
Not inside the building, no.
Well, no, but outside the building.
Now, outside the building,
nobody smoked
perhaps.
Inside. Like, no, you weren't in your Earth Sciences class firing up a Marlboro, but outside there was the smoking section. Students, teachers, everybody was in the same spot smoking. We've all learned. And in the UK, they actually have passed a law now banning cigarettes permanently for people born 2009 or later. Those people born after January 1st of 2009 will never be allowed to legally purchase tobacco.
So that just tells me that they're going to smoke anyway.
Well, but they're not going to buy it legally.
Well, okay. So how many other things are they not buying legally in the UK?
I mean, I do wonder, do the kids today, is smoking still a cool thing, or is it not? Like, are they not making enough money on tobacco to where they could actually do this?
I don't think – I think smoking is kind of – I know a lot of people – well, I say a lot of people. Some people still do. But, dude, the first time I tried a cigarette, I was like, why does anybody want to do this?
Okay.
I mean, it hurt like hell. I inhaled that thing and went –
well, it's been a while since I've been to Europe, but I mean, everybody and their younger brother smoked over in Europe back in the day.
Yeah,
but
I think so.
But I'm wondering now, is if according to the BBC, both the Commons and Lords have settled on a final draft of this landmark legislation that will stop anyone from taking up smoking to create a smoke-free generation.
Is that like Republicans and Democrats in the UK?
The Commons and the Lords? I guess, yeah. It's
sounds like a gang. They're going to fight after work.
Yeah, and part of a series of measures aimed at tackling the health effects of smoking, one of UK's leading causes of preventable death, disability, and ill health. Vaping will also be banned in cars carrying children and playgrounds and outside schools and at hospitals, expanding their smoke-free laws.
Now, see, it's one thing to do a law, but how are you going to enforce that?
Well,
I mean, that's if you're vaping in the car and your kids are in there, I mean,
you get seen, the cops pull you over.
Well, how are they going to know?
If they see you vaping?
Well, if they see it.
Well, yes.
If not, it's like anything else.
Well, sure.
If you don't get caught.
I remember before when we had hands-free and when you would be talking on your phone and see a cop and hang on, and you'd put your phone down where the cop wouldn't see you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
And the people that put those mannequins in their car for the HOV lane?
Mm-hmm. My cousin does that in L.A. Still to this day.
Wow.
Yeah.
And never been pulled over?
Nope.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable. Well, interesting. Good luck to the folks in UK, the Lords and the Commons, for enforcing that over there. Best Fiesta event on the planet is a Taste of the Northside. And, of course, it all goes to a great cause, the Brighton Center. Well, we've got tickets to give away to the Taste of the Northside this Thursday night out at the Rocket La Cantera. We're going to talk to the CEO of the Brighton Center, Katrina Campbell. She joins us next here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Got a buddy who thinks he knows baseball? Perfect. On Rangers game days, prove it with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger you think will launch it out of here. He hits one, you and a friend are headed to a Rangers game. He hits two. Now, you've got tickets and hotel. Yeah, you're making a night of it, and your buddy's buying the first round. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Call your shot and win the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
The Headline Blitz is brought to you by Novo Brewery, San Antonio's newest sports watching destination with over 80 feet of video walls, 60 craft beers, and hard kombucha on tap. A full bar and delicious menu. Novo Brewery is attached to North Star Mall and open late hours. San Antonio's playoff headquarters has arrived. Novo Brewery features 80 feet of video walls, craft beers, hard kombucha on tap, and the food menu that means business. Thick-cut ribeye, picanha prime sirloin, Brazilian empanadas, stacked burgers, carne asada fries, and more. And with its own private entrance separate from North Star Mall, no hassle, just you, your crew, and the biggest screens in the city at Novo Brewery. Open late. Visit novobrew.com. Novo Brewery. Come hungry. Stay for the game.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
At Kohl's, spring style starts with the season's best shoe sale and continues with 15% off the rest of your looks. But with great outfits from Kohl's, what happens next is unexpected. Strangers ask where you shop. The breeze feels like it's blowing just for you. Your kids pose for photos willingly. Yep, great spring outfits can do that kind of thing. Find yours at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Select styles, offers end April 26th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
On top of home and auto, Progressive protects your boat, RV, and motorcycle so you can explore the unknown.
Actually, we just take the RV to the same campground every year.
Well, maybe you can catch your own dinner on your boat.
Oh, we can actually get pizza delivered there from this brick oven place we love.
Will you at least try a new topping?
Honestly, probably not. We kind of have a go-to order.
Fine. Just bundle home or auto insurance with your outdoor vehicles with Progressive and stay protected when you go, I guess, where you've gone before. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. On top of home and auto, Progressive protects your boat, RV, and motorcycle so you can explore the unknown.
Actually, we just take the RV to the same campground every year.
Well, maybe you can catch your own dinner on your boat.
Oh, we can actually get pizza delivered there from this brick oven place we love.
Will you at least try a new topping?
Honestly, probably not. We kind of have a go-to order.
Fine. Just bundle home or auto insurance with your outdoor vehicles with Progressive and stay protected when you go, I guess, where you've gone before. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
Right now at the Home Depot, shop Spring Black Friday savings and get up to 40% off, plus up to $500 off select appliances from top brands like Samsung. Get a fridge with 0 clearance hinges, so the doors open fully even in tighter spaces in your kitchen. And laundry that saves you time, like an all-in-one washer-dryer that can run a full load in just 68 minutes. Shop Spring Black Friday savings, plus get free delivery on appliance purchases of $998 or more at the Home Depot. Offer valid April 9th through April 29th. U.S. only. See store online for details.
Hey everybody, Joe Reinigle here for Window Nation. You know, spring is a great time to open your windows, and wait, your windows won't open? They leak? They're cracked? They need repainting again? You know, getting top quality custom fit windows from Window Nation is easy and affordable. During the More You Buy, the More You Save sale, you could save up to 50% off. Plus, you could get them with 0% interest for 5 years. During uncertain times, one of the best investments you can make is in your home. So visit windownation.com now to book a consultation.
Mom deserves more than flowers and a card. Enter to win the JTV Mother's Day Getaway at jtv.com/sweepstakes. You could win a 6-night cruise to Grand Cayman, Mexico, and the Bahamas, plus $1,000 spending money and a $1,000 gift card to shop JTV. It's a mom's dream come true. Enter the JTV Mother's Day Getaway now at jtv.com/sweepstakes. And new customers receive a one-time $25 off of a purchase of $50 or more.
It is game day, Spurs game day. This is the Blitz 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe, he's Jason, and can't wait for game number 2. San Antonio Spurs taking on the Portland Trail Blazers inside the Frostbank Center tonight. Tip-off at 7 o'clock.
Game on NBC tonight. Spurs obviously looking to take a 2-0 series lead before they head to Portland with Game 3 on Friday night. But, of course, they got to get through Game 2 tonight. You know, you think about the way the Spurs schedule has played out. Game 2 tonight, Game 3 not till Friday, because Taste of the Northside is on Thursday night. The weather gods and the basketball gods scheduling appropriately for the best Fiesta event, which obviously benefits the Brighton Center. And let's talk about it with Katrina Campbell, the CEO of the Brighton Center, joining us here on the Blitz on the Buyers Barricades guest line. And I'm sure you too have been praying to the weather and basketball gods.
It always works out because everybody loves Brighton. That's all I can say. Everybody loves Brighton. This event always seems to happen regardless, and I'm just so grateful.
Well, you know what, Katrina, and I love the fact that it's out at the Rocket Lock and Terra now. That it seems to be the absolute perfect place to hold this huge event.
Well, you know, last year was our first year. It sounds like you guys liked it out there.
Yep.
I thought the energy was great. The layout was so easy. Parking was fairly easy. I think it's getting better and better every year. And it's so fun now to be where the Spurs home base is now that they're in the playoffs. So awesome.
When you think about Taste of the Northside, Katrina, one of the things that we often talk about, because people will talk about, man, the ticket is expensive. Well, I know I went to Oyster Bake the other day, and you get in, and then you buy tickets, and then you realize, all right, $9 a beer, $8 for a chicken on this, or 8 coupons for a chicken, and all of a sudden you're getting more and more tickets, and you've spent a ton of money before you leave. That's the beauty of Taste of the Northside. Once you walk in, you do not reach for your wallet.
Not one time, and I can tell you, I mean, we love chicken on a stick and we love beer, but the kinds of food you're having at Taste of the Northside is not the same. So it's about the same amount of money for a really elevated food, wine, cocktail, beer experience. Wouldn't you agree?
100%.
I would agree, and I'm looking at your map here, and I love this because you've already got the list of all the vendors, I guess you call them, the restaurants, or whatever it is that are going to be there. And this is like, I mean, prime stuff. You got J Prime Steakhouse is going to be there. Maggiano's is going to be there. I mean, that's just
Roost
two.
Chris Steakhouse.
Roost Chris.
Novo Brazilian Brewery.
Renzo's, one of my favorite spots. I mean, it's and again, what the beauty of it is, you can go see all of these people and never reach for a dime.
That's right. And you guys have been to the event. You know that you're not just getting like a little weenie-sized taste of anything. You're getting half of a burger or, you know, a cup full of pasta, and you're tasting the very best of what these restaurants have to offer. So it feels expensive, but it really is a no-brainer. If you're a foodie and you like Fiesta and you like supporting children with disabilities and delays, I mean, we check all the boxes.
You certainly do. And again, when you think about a lot of the high-end restaurants that are going to be out there, and the samples are always incredible, and it does benefit the Brighton Center, which obviously you're the CEO of the Brighton Center, but the work that you guys do over there is incredible. For people that don't know about Brighton Center, tell us about it.
Well, I could talk about our services, but I'm going to tell a story that just happened yesterday. I had a mom stop me as I was leaving the building, and her son was graduating from our therapy services, and he'd been with us since he was a baby. Born from they had adopted this baby, born addicted to a substance, and was really developmentally delayed. And she stopped me and she said, "Y'all have changed our lives. You have changed our little boy's life. He is now walking and talking and is in school and is potty trained." I mean, things like getting your kiddo potty trained when they have a disability or delay is so big in helping make them successful in school. And she said, you've changed the trajectory of his life. And we're just so grateful. And so, Brighton Center provides pediatric therapy services, speech, OT, PT. We have inclusive preschools, and we do special education support. But our whole goal is that children and families have the support that they need the most critical years of their life so that we can change the trajectory of what's possible for them.
Katrina, and I love the fact that you told that story, because if somebody's thinking, $300, this is what you're doing. This is you're changing lives while you're going to go out and have a great time with all the food and the drink that's there at the Rocket La Cantera. But you're really changing lives through the Brighton Center.
That's right. You're right. I'm the CEO, so I live and breathe this every day. So it's a no-brainer for me. But when you see parents, have to decide at other places, how much I can only afford this much of one therapy, but my baby needs all three and this many visits, but I can't afford it. They don't have that kind of decision-making they have to do at Brighton, because we will take families, we will serve families no matter what, and Taste of the Northside allows us to do that. It gives us the opportunity to turn no family away who might need services. Which is awesome. Katrina Campbell, the CEO of Brighton Center here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. I've said it for years, my favorite Fiesta event. I remember when it was at Canyon Springs, then Sonterra, that 1 year at the Dominion. And the Rocket La Cantera offers so many other opportunities. What are every year there's always something new, Katrina. What's new this year at Taste of the Northside? We have about 20 new restaurants to us this year, so that's super exciting and fun. And like you said, they're all high-end. One of our fun things is in the middle of the event, we're having our own little mercado. So people can go and buy little piñatas, and inside they're stuffed with gift cards, little bottles of alcohol, candy, some really fun surprises. T-shirts, you can buy metal, so we really kind of did it up like a mercado experience, so that's really fun. And then, of course, our VIPs get to experience the exclusive Spurs Club, which they did last year, but they'll do it again this year, and that's always something that makes the event super special. And, Katrina, as I'm looking at all the restaurants that are going to come out there, and all of them high-end and from just about every part of this great city, and you guys, they want to come out and be a part of this, don't they? Oh, these restaurants? Yes. Yeah. There was a point in time where we struggled to get restaurants because we ask a lot of our restaurant partners. They're incredible, right? We don't pay them for their food. This is 100% donation out of their pocket. And now we're having to cap it at 50 because they see the value in serving our guests, and they want, and they know people come back then as patrons to the restaurant. And so we're having to turn people away at this point. They love participating. It's going to be a fun time again Thursday night. Best way for people to get tickets, Katrina? tasteofthenorthside.org. Super simple. And there's definitely tickets available. We'd love to see as many people out there as possible. And the weather is going to be perfect on Thursday. Which is, you look at the forecast and it says Taste of the Northside, beautiful day. So what are you waiting for? You haven't been able to Fiesta all week. Come out to Taste of the Northside. Everybody has saved some money, I think. And, my heart goes out to those Fiesta events. I know they really depend on these funds. And I think that's our community's responsibility, is to help support Fiesta so it can support the good work that they all do. So we thank you for your time so much, you guys. Appreciate it. Katrina Campbell, the CEO of the Brighton Center, which, of course, puts on Taste of the Northside here on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond. Online at buyersbarricades.com. Now, you know me, I'm a steakhouse guy, and I look on there and I see Capitol Grill's going to be out there. Let's see, Kirby Steakhouse is going to be out there. Eddie V's Prime Seafood, it will be out there. Roost Chris is going to be out there.
Gus's Fried Chicken, not a steakhouse, but Gus's Fried Chicken's going to be out there.
That's outstanding.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The Palm whiskey cake, 50 some odd restaurants are going to be out there. I know. Oh, there was one I saw. J Prime. You mentioned them earlier.
J Prime. Yep.
It's going to be a great time.
Oh, it's good. And then you talk about the drinks.
Oh yeah. You won't be thirsty either. You're going to be full and you won't be thirsty.
I'm looking at all of this here. They have Four Roses whiskey that will be out there. There's a tequila. All kinds of food and look, I tell you what. If you're on the fence on this thing, don't be. It is well worth the money. I'm telling you. Not to mention the fact you're going to go out and have a great time, eat and drink to your heart's content, and then you're helping the Brighton Center on top of it.
You know, we've got a pair of tickets to give away.
Wow. Now, how much fun is that if they're free?
Well, that's now Joe and I can be bribed, or you're going to have to answer a trivia question. We're not going to give you what that trivia question is now. We're just going to tell you if you want to try to win, and you can go Thursday night, you better not waste these tickets. Grab a phone line now, 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776.
Giving away the best Fiesta event tickets there are. Taste of the Northside. We'll do that when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, injuries happen, and when they do, you can skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains, conveniently located in the Corey area with extended hours Monday through Saturday. They have on-site x-ray casting and bracing. In fact, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, but best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. So if you're injured, get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Coming up on the Morning Huddle, Game 2 in the books for the San Antonio Spurs. How's the series looking as they head up to Portland?
Lots of Game 2s and 3s in the next couple of days. We'll get you all caught up. The NFL Draft is just hours away. Thoughts? The Cowboys going heavy on defense. What do you think? Get here early. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Car wreck? What happens next? Thomas J. Henry knows you deserve to get compensated for your injuries. Don't settle for less than you deserve. Visit thomasjhenrylaw.com. The name you know, the firm you trust. Principal Office, San Antonio.
Wait, everything on this IHOP value menu is just $6?
I told you it was amazing. A huge plate of pancakes, bacon, and eggs is just $6.
Wow.
There's also French toast, a ham and cheese omelet, and oh, they got a BLT and fries now.
Okay, we're coming here every day.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Feast for just $6 with the IHOP value menu. $7 in some locations, available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
At Kohl's, spring style starts with the season's best shoe sale and continues with 15% off the rest of your looks. But with great outfits from Kohl's, what happens next is unexpected. Strangers ask where you shop. The breeze feels like it's blowing just for you. Your kids pose for photos willingly. Yep, great spring outfits can do that kind of thing. Find yours at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Select styles, offers end April 26th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
We have meaningful basketball being played in San Antonio for the first time in years, and you know the Roof Hub has proven to be the best place to go watch the games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roof Hub, show up hungry. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch the game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roof Hub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
She was the sister who went unnoticed.
A daffodil might look plain next to a lily, but on its own there is much to be admired.
Now, her greatest chapter is yet to come.
The most important thing is to be yourself.
From the world of Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice comes a new BritBox original drama,
Mary, you will flourish.
Based on the best-selling novel, The Other Bennett Sister, now streaming only on BritBox. Watch with a free trial at BritBox.com.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our client's portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
You know, Jason, I like making somebody's day, and we are about to make somebody's day.
Yeah?
Going to give away Taste of the Northside tickets Thursday night. Great Fiesta event, all to benefit the Brighton Center out at the Rocket Lock and Terra. So if you got your Thursday night free and the phone lines are full at the moment, we got to make this this can't just be a caller number whatever. This has got to be. I mean, you
got to earn it.
Yeah, this is.
You're going to have to earn it.
Too good to just give away.
These tickets are $300 a pop, so we're about to hand somebody $600.
$600.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And the only requirement is you got to come up and say hello to us when you see us out there.
I would say buy us a beer, but they're free.
They're free. Or you can go get us one and bring it to us.
Well,
How about that?
And that's the other great thing because. I don't want to say there's no lines, but the lines aren't insane.
No, not
right?
at all. Not at all.
And, you know, like at Oyster Bake, I was in line. Well, I saw a line that would have lasted forever for a chicken on a stick. And my buddy John was like, you know, we passed another place with chicken on a stick. Let's go over there. And we did. And, pretty quick line to get the chicken on a stick. Dude, I see on our YouTube chat, go to sasportstar.com and you can click into the YouTube. Got a Blazer fan listening, or do you think that's one of the fake accounts?
Who knows?
Blazer man is saying the Spurs are going down tonight. You know, when you said you like to make some people's day, it won't be that guy. He'll be certainly disappointed tonight, but he should be expecting that to happen.
Well, he should be.
Should
be. You'll be lucky to win a game there, Blazer man.
210-656-ESPN. Trivia time. Not everybody is going to get the same question. And you won't get a whole lot of time either because we want to stop you from Googling.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it.
Adrian, you're on the Blitz. What's going on, man?
What's going on, man?
Doing well, man. You busy Thursday?
I am free on Thursday.
Well, it's a good thing, and this is a great event, so good luck.
Mm-hmm. Spurs.
Awesome.
You're a Spurs fan, Adrian?
Going to the game tonight.
Going to the game tonight.
All right.
Nice. Who's the tallest player in Spurs history?
I would say it's Wembanyama.
I would say you're wrong. It
No.
wouldn't be that easy. Hey,
No.
Matt, who's the tallest player in Spurs history?
Oh gosh, tallest player in Spurs history. Man, I'm.
Hey, John, who's the tallest player in Spurs history? That's a great answer, John.
Thanks, John.
Ruben, who's the tallest player in Spurs history? Boban is incorrect.
It's a good guess, though.
That's a great guess. That is a great guess. Now we got to come up with another question.
Yeah, we do.
Because people will have
Googled
that one. Chuck Nevitt. Chuck Nevitt. Remember him?
Chuck Nevitt.
No, none of us remember him.
No, he played one game here. He was a member of the San Antonio Spurs, though, so technically he's the tallest dude to ever play. He was 7'5". Now, I might have to call BS on that, Minix.
Why?
Well, I don't know, because Wemby sometimes is 7'6".
He's officially not.
All right. Just saying.
I mean,
I think it's, what he puts in his shoes every day.
It's one of those crazy oddities.
Oddities, yes.
And go from there.
All right. This is fun.
All right. Well, maybe. Now I've come up with another question.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. See, I'm guessing with a name like Spurlock, you probably knew about old Chucky, didn't you?
No, I did not.
Well, good. See, you got a different question, though. You
I'm
ready?
sorry.
You ready for this?
I'm trying.
Uh-huh. What former Spur actually played 84 regular season games in an 82-game NBA season?
Chris Paul. I don't know.
Chris Paul.
Chris Paul would not be.
That would be
it.
incorrect.
Hey, David, what former Spur managed to play 84 games in an 82-game regular season?
Oh, man. Give me.
Yeah. Hey, Tim, you're on the Blitz. Who managed to get in 84 games in an 82-game regular season?
Let's just say George Hill.
George Hill.
Wow.
Good guess, but incorrect. Maria, you're on the Blitz.
Shoot.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
You
Sorry, I don't know.
You just want to throw out a name, huh?
Just throw something out there.
80. How many points?
We didn't say points. We said games. Who managed to play 84 games in an 82-game regular season?
Oh, shoot.
You're getting help there, and that's not even helping you.
No.
Uh-huh. All right, let's see. Robert, you've had time to Google this, huh?
Yeah, you better give me something different.
I'm gonna give you something different, but since you Googled it, what's the answer?
No, I did not Google it. I did not Google it. I didn't know.
Okay.
I did check Nevitt right away. That was the easy one. God, dog, I was so mad. I didn't call.
Yeah, you would have gotten that one, right?
Absolutely. Not you.
Wow.
Nevitt. Yes.
Yeah. Well, then you should know who played 84 games during an 82-game season without the Google box.
No, we're getting another question, you said.
Well, I'm giving you another question, but I'm giving you an opportunity at this one just to see if anybody is going to say Billy Paultz.
I was going to. Okay.
There you go.
Take a walk there. I've been off.
The Whopper.
Yeah,
The Whopper. Yeah, the Whopper.
Yeah, he actually got traded to the Rockets, and the Rockets hadn't played as many games, so he ended up playing 84 games.
84 games
that
Wow.
season. Mm-hmm.
I was a Billy Paultz fan back in the day. Yes.
So Robert, you're an old school Spurs fan, huh?
I am. Yeah, give me one. I'll knock it out of the park, but give me an old one.
All right. And have you ever been to Taste of the Northside?
I have. I went when it was in Sonterra, and my wife we would love to go.
All right. Who had their jersey first retired by the San Antonio Spurs?
I'm going to say Jimmy Sy.
Yeah.
James Silas.
There you go.
That's it. Wow.
Absolutely. Do you remember all of his nicknames?
Captain Late. He was the one that they used to run the foreplay for. That cleared out, just going one-on-one. It's on the foreplay, yeah.
See, then maybe that one was too easy. Well, you
No,
thought that one was
I'm a
easy.
Spurs fan. Nobody, who else would have gotten it on the, I'm a Spurs fan from the way back then. I used to go, I had season tickets in the Hemisphere Arena.
When a
back in the
Rockets
day,
fan
man.
knows it like myself, it's way too easy.
Well, do you want me to come up with a different question? Yeah, you want me to take the Taste of the Northside tickets away from
No.
Robert because the question was too
No.
easy? Now, he had another nickname besides Captain Late. Do you know what that is?
Hold on. He has a farm in Nacogdoches. Texas,
Wow.
or somewhere in. So, but I'm trying to think of another name, but Captain Lake, that was a big thing because he was our go-to guy over at Gervin sometimes. Back when before he tore up his knee, he was our go-to guy.
See, I didn't know I didn't know the other nickname either. I knew Captain Late, but I didn't know the other one.
The Snake. I didn't know that one.
I didn't know that one.
But Google tells me it's there.
But I always call him Jimmy Sy. That's my nickname for him. So.
All right.
Well,
Robert.
Congrats, Robert.
You're going to
Thank you,
Station
man.
Northside.
Yeah.
All right.
So
I knew Chuck Nevitt too. I was pissed because I didn't know we were supposed to dial and get
Nevitt,
mine.
Don't lie.
No, I don't lie.
Chuck
I'm on the
Nevitt
first
didn't
up.
even know the answer to that one. Come on.
No, I knew that one. I'm not kid you not. I was about the Billy Paul's one, but yeah, I knew that one. I didn't know it.
Hang on the line. You got to give Pledge some info there, and we'll get you your tickets to Taste of the Northside. Sorry, Daniel, Matt, Mondo. You guys can go, though, to, was it BrightonCenter.org?
Or tasteofthenorthside.org.
Test that one. Thank you for that. You can go there and buy your tickets, and I promise you will not regret it.
Nope. And Robert, we get off the air at 6, so make sure you're there early.
Well, it opens at 6.
It opens at 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, he's got these tickets. He might be able to sneak in a
He
little
might be
early.
able to, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's all. I can't wait for that.
Dude, it's the best.
I'm looking forward to it.
It is
man.
the best Fiesta event.
Robert, you got to buy us a beer and a steak.
A steak, huh?
A beer and a steak.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds delicious.
Mm-hmm. Of course it's delicious.
Yes.
It's going to be a bad segue talking about, a great juicy steak to the juicy gossip that's been going on in the NFL with Diana Rossini and Mike Vrabel.
Oh, my gosh.
Mike Vrabel finally talked to the media today.
I've had some difficult conversations with people that I care about, with my family, the organization, the coaches, the players. Those have been positive and productive. We believe in order to be successful on and off the field, you have to make good decisions. That includes me. That starts with me. We never want our actions to negatively affect the team. We never want to be the cause of a distraction. Those are comments and questions that I've answered for the team and with the team. We'll keep those private and to ourselves. Care deeply about this football team, and I'm excited to coach them. I also know that I'm going to attack each day with humility and focus. And what I can promise you is that my family, this organization, the team, the staff, the coaches, everybody, our fans, most importantly, will get the best version of me going forward. And that's what I know, and I'm excited to do that. But I wanted to just address this and thank you for your patience in dealing with the private and personal matter. Thank you.
Congratulations, Mike Vrabel. Crisis PR 101. You nailed the statement without saying a damn word. You didn't apologize. You didn't admit to anything. But you did leave it to us to read between the lines and interpret. Yep, you were busted.
He and Diana Rossini, they did the nasty.
They were banging.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's pretty obvious there. The problem here is, and it's sad in a lot of ways. It really is. And I hate saying this. I'm going to sound like a male chauvinist or whatever the hell they call it.
Yeah.
I mean, because now Mike Vrabel's off the hook. He's done.
Well,
I guarantee. Well, he is. I mean, think about it.
His job is not in jeopardy. He did have to have a tough conversation with the wife.
Well, now that could be an issue at home. I mean, that's another thing.
But at the same time, you're right. He's going to go on about his business. He apparently had to explain to Robert Kraft. Can you imagine having that conversation with Robert Kraft?
Dude, Robert Kraft said, I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like those happy endings.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, I mean, Vrabel's cost more, but ultimately the end result is, I mean, to stand up in front of the players, hey, guys, it happens.
Those guys probably stood up and gave him a standing ovation. What are you talking about?
Look, I mean, I made a mistake, boys. Learn from my mistakes.
Yeah. Well, sure.
Know where you go is not there. And really, Diana Rossini, out of a job, her reputation shot.
Well, unfortunately, and that's the sad part about this, because that's the point. I mean, Vrabel, he's going to be fine.
Mm-hmm.
But Diana Rossini, it might take a minute for people to kind of, forget about this and give her another shot.
Well, and let's face it, if the role was somehow reversed, let's say you have a female head coach and a male reporter. The male reporter, what? Any kind of repercussion as far as reputation?
That's a good point.
I mean, I honestly, I don't know. I mean, you kind of go back to your high school days, your college days. The girls' reputation's far different than guys. You know, the guys, the more that you have, if you will, you get celebrated for that. You're a stud. Girls, a different S word gets attached to them.
Well, and that's
right?
what I'm saying. I think Vrabel's going to be fine, and nobody, this won't come up again for him, I don't think. So he's going to be just fine. He'll go on about his business, getting ready for the draft, and then all the OTAs and all that stuff. So it's unfair, I think, to Diana Rossini. And now, again, I don't know. We don't know the backstory there. Was she getting inside information on the New England Patriots?
Well, as soon as A.J. Brown gets traded, everybody, including Adam Schefter, has to give Diana Rossini the credit for that. Now, and again, the jokes, the photoshopped photos of Schefter in the hot tub with Vrabel, but not everybody is I don't know, treated the same. I saw a GIF or whatever fake social media post AI generated, how pissed Dave Grohl is that, this guy has an affair and, nothing happens. Grohl had to go into hiding for a little while when it came out. The Coldplay treatment. I mean,
Why? Why did he have to go into hiding?
Well, because, been a family man and,
sure.
I mean, your reputation as being as such, although it's kind of like Tiger Woods. When we find out Tiger Woods liked pancake waitresses and he was making all his money and his endorsements as being this family guy, and it didn't affect him overall after a couple of months of...
He also knows there's a ticklish little pitch coming up.
I mean...
That's those pancake waitresses, man. They'll tickle you.
Uh-huh.
It's just unfortunate. I like Diana Rossini.
I like it naked.
Well, I don't know about that, but
spicy and naked.
I like her, and I thought, she's a solid journalist, and it's unfortunate that this happened. So I hope she lands on her feet.
And damn well she's not getting every one of her scoops by sleeping with people.
Well,
right?
Here's the issue, and Diana Rossini ought to know this better than anybody. Even though this was a private detective.
Apparently.
I think it was.
And maybe hired by her husband.
That's the story, right? That's the rumor. But even if you're not, even if you're at a schwanky resort like they were at, what's to stop anybody else from taking a picture? Everybody knows who those two people are.
Well,
I mean, you got to hide somewhere a hell of a lot better than that, I would think.
I mean, it's true, although... I guess there are some places that rich people go that most of us don't even know exist, where you can have that some level of privacy.
Maybe so.
But, I mean, I don't know. I mean, who's thinking here, right?
Vrabel's manhood.
Yeah, well, Rossini still showed up, right? I mean, hers too, right? I mean, but you're right. It looks like professional photography equipment, more so than you would get on your phone.
Yes.
You didn't see somebody's cell phone pictures come up, but you also haven't heard from either one of their spouses or the supposed friends that were at this resort. And her initial statement about being a girls' trip would be the first on record of no photos at a girls' trip.
Well,
it didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
It's obvious what did happen.
Song you dong.
We'll see what happens. On a brighter note, for Mike Vrabel, apparently everybody showed up to this voluntary OTA that they have, if that's what they're calling it, and they're going to end up with A.J. Brown. That's pretty much out there, and New England's going to be pretty decent again, I think. They're going to be tough.
I mean, they were in the Super Bowl last year.
Well, were they in the Super Bowl last year?
They actually, had really good seats to the Seahawks show.
Yeah, they did. I'm not sure they were actually participating in the Super Bowl last year.
They did. They were there.
I'm still trying to make. I'm selling lemonade on the side of the street, trying to make money
Green
for that.
Day before and Bad Bunny at halftime, and you forgot that New England was actually in the Super Bowl.
No, I didn't forget, Minix, because I lost my butt on that game. Okay, because I had faith in the New England Patriots, and they let me down.
Is it because that they beat the quarterback whisperer that gave you so much faith?
No, I liked them all the way around. I knew they were going to beat Denver. Come on. So I'm still a little bitter about that.
Yeah,
it's good advice, Wemby.
Uh-huh.
Screw it.
When the ducks quack, feed them.
That's what she said.
Absolutely. Hey, man, I just feel like I almost feel like Beer Santa today.
Yeah?
Yeah, because we're just giving stuff away.
We got more stuff to give away?
We got more stuff to give away. We got Gunslinger tickets we're going to be giving away at some point in time in this fine broadcast. So we will do that. We're going to talk a little Spurs basketball, more NFL, more Wemby. Oh, my goodness, so much to do, so little time. Keep it right here. This is the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you're dealing with low energy, gained a little weight, sex drive not what it was, ready to feel like yourself again, well, you can do that by going and getting your testosterone levels checked at Synergenics and Low T Center, where if you need it, you will get TRT customized to your body. You see, Synergenics and Low T Center delivers hormone therapy built around the individual. Not a standard protocol, everybody getting the same treatment plan. Every treatment plan is customized to you based on your lab work, symptoms, provider evaluation, and ongoing adjustments designed to keep patients optimized safely over time. You're not going to get that with the telehealth middleman types. Synergenics and Low T Center, they operate as a vertically integrated medical practice, from diagnostics and provider oversight to treatment management and ongoing optimization. Patients receive coordinated care designed for long-term results. And they also offer medically guided peptide and metabolic therapies that can support recovery, sleep quality, body composition, healthy aging, and weight management. Right now, Synergenics and Low T Center are offering the T-test for men free. Hormone testing for ladies, just $99. Normally, that's $299. So book that initial appointment. Excuse me. Book that initial appointment now, easy for me to say, at Synergenics.com, Synergenx.com.
You're locked on the Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM Floresville, and everywhere at SASportsStar.com.
Healthy vision is about more than seeing clearly. It's about going beyond. From comprehensive eye care with the latest technology to advanced vision solutions that provide deep insights into your overall health. And with doctors who build lasting relationships founded on trust, ensuring that every detail is taken care of. I choose Vision Source to never miss out on life's precious moments. Vision Source, beyond your eyes.
O'Reilly. Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we could recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Ownwell. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ownwell.com/terms. Individual results may vary.
Right now, I have 24 different units. I think that's 15 separate properties. I trust Ownwell with all my properties. I trust them to fight for me with the appraisal district as best as they can, and they've done a very good job. Ownwell is making my life more efficient, making me a better landlord. Using Ownwell, I've saved on average about $10,000 a year. That's a lot of money.
Your property taxes aren't set in stone. They can be reduced. Ownwell combines savvy technology and deep local expertise to save real estate owners real money. Want to see how much Ownwell can save you on your property taxes? Just enter an address and see your tax savings estimate. See how much you can save with Ownwell right now. Text SAVE to 64,000. Text SAVE to 64,000. That's SAVE to 64,000.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit Tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
Attention coaches, educators, and booster clubs. Need a fundraiser that's different from the rest? With Gardenville, supporters purchase something they already need. High quality, locally sourced mulch and compost. Your organization earns money on every sale. Real products, real value, with support from Gardenville to keep it simple. Ready to grow your fundraiser? Visit garden-ville.com/fundraising. That's garden-ville.com/fundraising.
She was the sister who went unnoticed.
A daffodil might look plain next to a lily, but on its own there is much to be admired.
Now, her greatest chapter is yet to come.
The most important thing is to be yourself.
From the world of Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice comes a new BritBox original drama,
Mary, you will flourish.
based on the best-selling novel, The Other Bennett Sister, now streaming only on BritBox. Watch with a free trial at BritBox.com.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
I don't know what he just said. Chicago Bulls head coach Billy Donovan is stepping down in Chicago after 6 seasons there, despite the team saying they wanted him to stay. He did add they respected his decision. Former Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin has a new gig. He's going to be the studio analyst, or one of them, for NBC's Football Night in America for Sunday Night Football. And Minix, the Astros finally won a game.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the 3rd time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
I hope the weather's getting better out there.
Is it?
Somebody can let us know. We're in a room with no window, so we have no clue. But we're having a great time, covering lots of stuff, giving away a lot of stuff, and, well, getting ready for a big game 2 tonight, San Antonio and Portland. Inside the Frostbank Center, I'm Joe Reinagel. He is Jason Minix, and so much to do, my friend.
I know, and so, trivia is it's part of why it's called trivia. So a guy going back and forth, that tallest player question got me. Because Google will tell you Wemby, but Google could be wrong. See, and he sent me a screenshot through Instagram. Wemby, 7'5" or 7'4", but 7'5", 2.24 meters, and Chuck Nevitt, 2.26 meters. So Chuck still wins. And I'm looking up this dude. He played 1 game, less than a minute for the Spurs in the 93-94 season opener. Was 3 of 6 from the free throw line. That's trivia. Played less than a minute.
Well, that's all that matters. It counts. He was a member of the San Antonio Spurs for all of 1 game.
Gotta love trivia.
I do too, and that's the way that it goes. So,
and you people that just want to Google and think you can get everything right.
It's funny because when you first brought that up, I immediately said Boban. I thought it was Boban.
I thought it was going to be Boban.
But what was Boban? 7'3", 2? Something like that? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
He was up there.
Yeah, Boban just looks so massive because he's so much thicker than than Wemby.
Yeah. Well, this is true. He is. I'm trying to see. I Googled the guy.
You gotta
7'4".
translate math. He's 7'4", huh?
Oh, okay. 7'4". Thanks, Pledge.
Which
I haven't. There it is, right there. So I just hadn't gotten to it yet. Hey, Boban's a hell of an actor.
He is.
He's a good actor.
Well,
I mean,
he's just comfortable in his skin. He's kind of like our friend Brad Williams, right? You got to be comfortable in your skin.
Sure.
Right? Boban's certainly comfortable at his height.
Well, absolutely. And you shaking that dude's hand, you lose yours and his.
Tom Worsborn took a photo of me one time doing an interview with Boban. And Boban was very kind. He was so nice.
Yes.
And he walks over and he says, "You want to sit down?" So we sat down on the floor, and you could barely see me leaning up against the wall. And Orsborn took the photo, and I look like I'm 5. Like a dad is sitting, with this kid at the game or whatever, just leaning up against the wall. You can barely see me, but you're right. He would shake your hand and it disappears.
Yeah.
Now, Wemby, he shakes your hands and tickles your elbow at the same time. I mean, it's ridiculous.
It really is, and just the fact that these dudes are so massive. But you're right. Boban was thick too. Where Wemby is not, although he has put on a little weight. But to be, 7'4", 7'5", that's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's incredible. These guys.
I mean, but they shop differently. I remember seeing Boban one time at HEB, and he's getting stuff off the top shelf that I didn't even know was up there. Right? I mean, it's just they got some advantages.
Yeah, of course they do. Of course they do. I never saw Boban in there. I saw Manu Ginobili in the grocery store one time, and it was kind of a quiet day. Not a lot of people in there. And he turned the corner and said, "Hey, Manu!"
He's like, "You son of a..."
Son of a... No, he was very nice. He was
wearing his
nice.
ball cap, just trying to be incognito.
He was. I was too, and I don't know if it was on a Saturday or Sunday. I'm not sure exactly, but there weren't a lot of people in the store, so it must not have been the weekend. But
well, I mean, you never know. It's funny because I saw Boban and Bruce Bowen at HEB.
Yeah.
That's about it. So they must. I don't know. I haven't seen Bruce at the HEB in a while.
No, does he go to the one you go to?
Mm-hmm. Or he did for a while. I'd run into him a lot.
Well, see, when I saw Manu, it was the one over there by the Dominion.
Yeah.
So
what were you doing over there?
Well, one of the apartments I lived in was fairly close to that. So,
I gotcha.
So that's where I went. But
see, no, you got a better chance of running into Manu at like Tri-County Meat Market. He goes in there a lot.
Absolutely. Yeah. And where was that place that we went that they played pickleball in? You remember that?
Oh, downtown?
Yeah.
The King's Paddle?
That's it.
Yeah.
So Manu's pretty good. It wasn't
not pretty good.
It wasn't pickleball though.
No,
he was playing
paddleball.
Paddleball.
Yeah.
Damn, he was damn good at it. I mean, the guy's just a hell of an athlete, right?
Competitive.
I mean, what are you going to do?
That's what he does.
Absolutely, he is. And so, a lot of fun. Always good seeing Manu, and it was good to see all those guys at the game the other night. I really do, and I think that means a lot to not only the players, but I think Spurs fans enjoy seeing the former Spurs players out there supporting their team.
Absolutely, and I would imagine they're all going to be there tonight. It'll be interesting tonight. They're black T-shirts with a little saying on it.
A saying?
Yeah, I forget what it is.
Okay.
I saw photos of them earlier.
Huh. Well, I wonder what the saying is. I mean, yeah, it's all curious now, and you're not going to – it's like
well, it's not – it's more than just Go Spurs Go.
All right.
Adam from KSAT posted it on his social.
Riled up.
Riled up.
Riled.
So with an A or an I?
With the logo.
Oh.
But I'm curious tonight if everybody's going to wear their shirts.
Well, they're supposed to.
Again, it was a big deal the other night. Tonight it's a just kind of a cool black T-shirt.
They'll shame people. The PA guy will shame people. I promise you. That's a good looking T-shirt. Pledge just pulled that up.
Yep.
So it is
Riled up.
It is. Was that ROW?
Yeah.
ELED. Riled. Now, see, I wonder who came up with that. Is there a meaning to that? Am I missing something?
Do you not know what riled up means?
Well, I know what riled up means. I don't know what rowled up means. I'm just, there's got to be is that just I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's a good
You
T-shirt.
want a T-shirt that says, I just don't know?
Yes, I do. We just don't know. That's exactly what I want. Yes. It's funny, Eagle fan, I think it was Eagle fan. No, it was Fred on our YouTube page says, remember Dwayne Shensis?
Oh, of course.
And his mullet.
Yeah.
He did have a good mullet. I give him credit for that.
Yeah.
Not bad.
And for those of us that didn't know, a rowl is part of the spur.
Oh, it is? Is that the little wheelie thing on the spur?
I don't know if it's the little wheelie thing, but it feels like that's what it would be.
It feels like it would be,
the little
right?
wheelie thing.
Well, yeah.
The spur part.
Yeah, well, okay,
right?
sure.
I mean, that is the taking place of the O and rowled up.
Yeah,
so.
the little wheel of the spur
well, there you go.
is a rowl.
See, I didn't know that. I couldn't see that far. Pledge.
Rowl.
Awesome.
You learn something new every day.
Every single day.
Rowled up?
Rowled up. Well, I hope they're rowled up tonight.
Yeah.
They take a 2-0 lead on the Portland Trail Blazers.
Yep.
And that would be a good thing as they head back to Portland for games 3 and 4. Let's talk a little Spurs basketball. What do you say?
Sure. Let's get rowled up.
Let's get rowled. Here we go.
Yeah.
This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports
And
Star.
if you're not going to the game tonight, you want to get riled up at the Rue Pub because that is the best place to go watch any big game, any big event, especially when you're talking about playoff basketball. It was incredible in there on Sunday night. Saw some video. You want to go get riled up, do it at the Rue Pub with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. And when you get in there, go and be hungry because, you know, the food is fantastic. I love the fried shrimp over there. They have the biggest and best wings in town, about 15 different burgers on the menu, the hot dogs, the appetizers, even the salads, I'm told, are wonderful. And that kitchen is open late every day with a full menu available. So even if you're going to the game, it's 7 o'clock start, you're going home, don't go to a drive-thru. Get into the Rue Pub there at 281 and Redland Road. Happy hour weekdays from 11 to 6. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to get riled up for Spurs basketball playoff watching. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant, the Rue Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Rue.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Help, Mother's Day's almost here and I have nothing for Mom.
Relax, sis. Just shop JTV. I already got Mom a gorgeous gold bracelet.
JTV, like jewelry, television, isn't that
amazing? Yes. They have thousands of gift and jewelry ideas, and their prices are unreal.
Okay, but how unreal are we talking?
Right now, new customers get $20 off your purchase of $99 or more at JTV.com. Use code DEAL20 now.
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
Because I'm the mean sister.
On top of home and auto, Progressive protects your boat, RV, and motorcycle so you can explore the unknown.
Actually, we just take the RV to the same campground every year.
Well, maybe you can catch your own dinner on your boat.
Oh, we can actually get pizza delivered there from this brick oven place we love.
Will you at least try a new topping?
Honestly, probably not. We kind of have a go-to order.
Fine. Just bundle home or auto insurance with your outdoor vehicles with Progressive and stay protected when you go, I guess, where you've gone before. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
Furnished by IntelliBrands.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new patented Legsercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way.
Using Legsercise made walking painless again.
Legsercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
I have much less swelling and no more tingling.
Call right now and order your very own Legsercise Pro, the new proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call 800-555-1212. That's 800-555-1212. 800-555-1212 now.
These statements and products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Coming up on the Morning Huddle, Game 2 in the books for the San Antonio Spurs. How's the series looking as they head up to Portland?
Lots of Game 2s and 3s in the next couple of days. We'll get you all caught up. The NFL draft is just hours away. Thoughts the Cowboys going heavy on defense. What do you think? Get here early. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Love this time of year. You know, just a year ago, Minix, we were not talking Spurs basketball at this time of year.
Well, it was off season.
It was. But it's April, so it shouldn't be off season. Not for the Spurs. That's blasphemy.
You know, we had 7 years of no playoff basketball. So, in there for a time, you knew you couldn't make vacation plans until late June or July. In the last 7 years, I mean, you could do what you wanted, right? Mid-April.
That's true.
Where are you going?
Yeah, very true.
You know, both of you and I both have vacations planned in June, leaving the country and going, crap.
Well, yeah, but it's, you know.
But when we made those plans separately.
Nobody, well, I certainly didn't think.
Nobody thought that the Spurs would be a team capable of winning a championship. And you look at through game ones and the couple of game twos that we've already had, and I can say the same thing about two teams in the West. Who's going to beat them 4 times? And that's Oklahoma City and that's San Antonio.
I tell it. Well, yeah, the way it looks right now, it certainly does. Again, it's so early in this, and we'll see. Both Oklahoma City and San Antonio have just played one game. I don't think OKC plays again until tomorrow, but I don't think they're going to have any issue with the Suns. Portland's a little tougher, and I wouldn't have thought this just, 2-3 weeks ago. I would have thought Phoenix would have been the tougher matchup. I think Portland is well, just the want to. And not saying that Phoenix doesn't want to. That's not what I'm saying.
Sure.
But Portland is just one of those scrappy bunches that they just don't quit, and they're going to continue to play. until that final whistle. And that's what they did in game one, and I fully expect them to do the same thing tonight.
It's interesting because as Spurs fans, all day yesterday, when things were working, we were just trying to figure out what adjustments.
I just got that. Yeah, you're right. Go ahead.
Yesterday was
one
of those days.
It was one of those days.
What adjustments is Portland going to make? And what we haven't really done is what adjustments will the Spurs make? Because, the Spurs are going to make some adjustments. They're going to do some things differently, both defensively and offensively. And I believe a big part of what Mitch Johnson, and to that matter, Tiago Splitter, trying to anticipate what the other guy might try to do. But this series, because the Spurs are the better, deeper team, this series is about San Antonio. The only way the Spurs lose this series, hell, the only way the Spurs lose a game in this series is if they beat themselves. I don't know that there's much that Portland can do to actually go beat San Antonio. But San Antonio is certainly capable of beating themselves if they fall in love with the three and they're not going down, or they get into some stupid foul trouble. But by saying that, because they are Portland is such a scrappy team, the Spurs have to take them seriously. And we talked about it going in. And who was it that said the other night, yeah, I know, it was De'Aaron Fox. I know we're expected to beat this team. You are the better team. Everybody expects you to beat Portland, but having, to steal the line from Greg Popovich, the appropriate fear.
Amen.
If the Spurs didn't have it before game one, I think they certainly do now, because they saw that Portland would not go away, and in that third quarter, got to within 2.
They did. And then when the Spurs got up 21 in the fourth, Portland came back. And at least it made it interesting down the stretch, even though you're right, there was never a moment in that game where I was worried about Portland coming back and winning this thing, although it did get a little scary. I won't lie to you when they closed it within 2, because they had some momentum going. The good news for the Spurs, though, they shut them down right away and extended that lead pretty quick with a couple of 3 balls. I'm clearly expecting, I think we're going to see this. And I'm going to give Rob Thompson all the credit for this, because he's the one that said it, but I agree with him. I think Portland's got to try and get Wemby in foul trouble, because I honestly think this, and this is no disrespect to any of the other Spurs players, but Portland can hang with a Wemby-less Spurs team. I believe that they can. Now, will they win the game? I don't know. But will it be close? Yes, I believe it will. And so if they can put Wemby's butt on the bench for a long time, then I think Portland has a shot to get a win. Now, saying that and doing it are two different things.
Well, and one of the things that Portland has to do better tonight is they can't go 10 of 38 from three-point range.
Can't do it.
Because what did they shoot? 43% for the game the other night, but they were miserable, awful at shooting the three. But that's kind of been par for the course this year for the Portland Trailblazers. They jack up a lot of threes, but not a lot of them go in. Little nugget, the Spurs 11-0 when holding opponents to under 100 points. And, they didn't get to 100 points the other night. To me, it's really about the Spurs defense. I mean, Denny Avdia played well. Scoot Henderson played well. Outside of that, who really did? But, again, we've all thought, all right, Portland, they're down 1-0 in the series. What are they going to do differently? What are the Spurs going to do differently? Because, Mitch Johnson said afterwards, man, there's a lot to clean up, a lot to work on, a lot of improvement that they can make. And, he's right about that. As great as Keldon has been, he only had that one big three-pointer the other day. The Spurs bench scoring has to be better in this game.
It absolutely has to be. And that's where the Spurs still it's a dangerous game for them, because even though they win game one, the Blazers win tonight, they steal home court advantage, and you go back to Portland. So I'm just saying that the pressure to win this game is on the Spurs. They need to take care of their home court. Then you can go up to Portland and whack them there, and that's fine. But this game it's a big game for the Spurs. They need to take care of business here, get the win, and get on a plane and go to Portland. But again, I'm expecting a closer game. I just think Portland's going to be one of those teams that's going to be very difficult to just run away from them. And I think they're going to stay within shouting distance, and that's really all they want to do come to the fourth quarter. And we'll see how they do. Will they shoot better? I don't know if they're capable of shooting much better. Somebody can always get hot and hurt you, but Portland just doesn't – they're not that. I think they've got to get aggressive. I think that's their only chance is to try and get aggressive, take the embarrassment of a Wemby block or 10, but just keep going and keep trying to get inside as much as you possibly can. They did that when Wemby was on the floor, and that they can do it, but it's a lot tougher when Wemby's out there.
What do you guys think the key is for the Spurs to go up 2-0 tonight? 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. On Twitter, at Joe Reinagle 210. Tweet at me, at Jason Minix. If you're watching, click on the video chat there at sasportstar.com. You can watch the video and chime in. This is a series. The energy level in the building on Sunday night was incredible. It was different than regular season energy. And was it the shirts? Was it the excitement? No, seriously.
No, I think,
and I know that sounds silly, but the shirts look so cool, and everybody participated. When you walked in to the building and you saw it, and it looked really cool, and you got your shirt, and then the T-shirt shaming to wear the damn thing. But once you put it on, it was like, all right, we're at the party. And that created a festive environment, right? There was that party feel to it. It was a late start. People were there early. I got there at 6 o'clock, and it was already crowded outside, crowded in. I mean, 2 hours before tip-off. But there was an energy that I think the shirts had a little bit to do with it, the excitement of the playoffs, the fact that it was the first playoff game in 7 years. It was a Sunday night. I think all of that factors in. And I know it sounds silly to say the shirts, but that helped create that energy, that excitement that, long before the game, people in their seats, and if you didn't have the shirt on, the camera found you. And you got booed until you put the shirt on, then you got cheered. Tonight, it's an early start, 7 o'clock. Somebody that's getting off work in the next 30 minutes that is going straight from the job to the arena. Maybe they have time to stop and get dinner. Maybe they're getting something at the drive-through lane. Maybe they're just going to eat at the arena. But it's a very different daily setup because it's a weekday. And, 7 o'clock start isn't early. That's the normal start time for most Spurs games. But the late arriving crowd that you would normally see, or the crowd that is, for the people down low in those fancy clubs having a sit-down dinner with cloth napkins, or the people that are on the concourse or whatever finishing up their last beer outside and, oh, yeah, the game has started, let's go in. Will they be in their seats early and have that energy and the DJ and everybody hyping up the crowd prior to? Will that energy be the same tonight for Game 2?
No, it'd be interesting to see. And you're right when you talk about the shirts, because I was fired up watching it just on TV and how good it looked and how just an amazing scene there. Obviously, that scene is not going to be the same tonight.
No,
it
riled
won't
up.
be. Riled up shirts. So if everybody puts on the shirt, though, it'll be a nice black background. So that'll be good. I just think that the energy will be there. I think Spurs fans are just really good at that, and I think the energy will be there. I just think it comes down to just the little things at this point in time. Look, Wemby scoring 35 points the other night. I think he can do that every night, but I'd rather see a more balanced attack from this Spurs team. Fred brings up Julian Champagnie. who needs to be a little bit more aggressive. And maybe he was a little nervous in game one. We talked about that going in, that some of these guys that had never been there before, maybe they were a little bit hesitant. And I think Champagnie may have been. What will we see from him tonight? All of these things are things that are going to be interesting to watch, and that's why I love playoff basketball.
Well, the ebbs and flows. Wemby getting 35, I'm not going to be surprised when he's doing that. But how he gets his 35. Will he knock down 5 3-pointers tonight? I don't know that the Spurs are game planning and counting on that many 3-pointers from Vic.
I hope not.
35 points, yes, but how he gets there. And you're right, Julian Champagnie. Devin Vassell was great, especially in the third quarter. De'Aaron Fox. And that's one of the great things about this Spurs team and speaks to how deep they are. If one of their scorers is having an off night, there are so many other guys on this team that can pick them up, you might not even notice it. Or it's not going to be devastating, like, oh, well, Devin Vassell was awful tonight and they lost. All right, cool. All right, let's move on to game 3. If Devin Vassell is off tonight, maybe it's Steph Castle that is scoring a lot, or De'Aaron Fox that is scoring a lot, or as you mentioned, Julian Champagnie. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Richard, what do you think the Spurs have to do tonight?
Thanks for taking my call. Well, I think somebody other than Wemby needs to go for, at least 30 or high 20s of 30. I don't want to see Wemby having to score 30-plus a night. It'd be great to see, Fox or Vassell or Castle, especially Castle. I didn't think he had that great of a score night in the first game to really go off and, show that we have other offensive threats other than Wemby, and just let Wemby patrol the paint and dominate on D.
All right. Well, I mean, it sounds like a pretty good game plan. He's right about Castle. Castle, 17 points, but his shooting percentage was not all that great. Played a lot of minutes.
But he also had 7 assists.
Well, he did, and he got to the free throw line 8 times, and he made them all. So it's interesting because the starters played a lot of minutes. And we talked about Mitch Johnson shortening the bench a little bit. And while I think he did that to some extent, Keldon Johnson didn't have a great game.
Nope.
On Sunday night. So he's due for another one. I'll tell you who had a good game was Luke Cornett. Well, when he was spelling Wemby, he had he was effective in there for the most part. And then Dylan Harper, another player that didn't really have all that great of a night. So Wemby had to carry the load for the most part, even though all of the starters seemed to be pretty productive, other than Champagnie. I just don't know if Wemby is certainly not 5 of 6. I don't think you can count on that. And I don't think you can count on 35 a night from Wemby, and I don't think you want to. If Wemby scores 25 to 30 points, the Spurs should win because that means some other guys were able to do what they need to do to help this team out.
With Castle, he was 4 of 13 but 1 of 5 from 3, but he did have the 7 assists. And he's been in that range, 6, 7, 8, 13 assists a game. Those are going to be there. Vassell was 5 of 13, but when Portland had cut it to 2, it was Devin's shot making that elevated the Spurs lead back out. So some of it is when you actually are making those buckets. But Fox 7 of 15. So when you look at Victor had 21 shots and he made 13 of them, but if you're going to disperse 13, 13, and 15 between Fox, Vassell, and Castle, I'm going to take my chances that their shooting percentage is going to be higher than what it was in game 1. And that's it. I mean, they win 111-98. They covered.
Yes, they did.
But 3 of their scorers had kind of subpar nights.
Yeah, that's very true. But look, and again, though, that's why I say I think Wemby felt like he had to maybe put this team on his back in game 1. And that's what I'm saying. I want Wemby to play well. He is the guy, but you've got a deep team, and everybody needs to try and get involved. And that's why, while it's impressive that he scored 35 points, it's great. I don't need to see Wemby score 35 points every game. I'm good with 25 to 30. If he does that, 25 with I don't know, 5 blocks and a bunch of rebounds and maybe a 3 or 2. I'm good with that. And let some of these other guys come in and do their thing as well, because this team is deep. And that's the one thing about this team that's deep. And if Wemby's not getting it done, you ought to be able to have 2 or 3 other guys that can get it done as well. It's going to be fun, and I can't wait for the game. What are we, about 2.5 hours from tip?
Give
Something
or take.
like that, roughly? Yep. Okay,
yep.
Cool. Very cool. So a lot more Spurs basketball to talk about. We'll talk a little NFL football as well when we return here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. But I don't have to tell you how much it has rained over the last several days.
Has it rained?
It is incredible, the amount of rain that we have had. In fact, I've seen measurements anywhere from 6 to 7 inches to 4 or 5 inches, depending on what side of town you're on. The flooding has been incredible. And look, you know that takes a toll on your roof. It really does. And I hope that nobody is seeing a leak in their roof. But if you are, I've got the company you need to call. Is Stevens Roofing. 210-785-0994. They're absolutely the best in the business. They know about the weather here, especially during the springtime here in San Antonio and South Texas. I mean, they've been in business since 1983. It's incredible the run that this company has had. They're a good company, a solid company. You can rely on what they do, and they're going to stand behind their work. So if you think the rain has caused a problem with your roof, call Stevens Roofing, 210-785-0994. If you want them to come out and check your roof, they're going to do it, and they'll do it for free. And they'll let you know if there's any problems or issues that you have. Because, look, the storms aren't going to end. We're in springtime in San Antonio. There's going to be more, and you know that, and they could be more severe. Who knows what we're in for? That's why Stevens Roofing is here. Keep the number handy, 210-785-0994, or you can visit them online at stevensroofing.net.
Join us for San Antonio's most elevated Fiesta event, Taste of the Northside, presented by H-E-B, on Thursday, April 23rd at 6 p.m. at the Rocket La Cantera. Enjoy tastings from over 50 local restaurants, plus premier wine, cocktails, cold beers, and live entertainment for one all-inclusive price. All proceeds benefit Brighton Center, serving children with disabilities and developmental delays in San Antonio. Tickets can be purchased at tasteofthenorthside.org. Viva Fiesta!
Hey everybody, Joe Reinigle here for Window Nation. You know, spring is a great time to open your windows, and wait, your windows won't open? They leak? They're cracked? They need repainting again? You know, getting top quality custom fit windows from Window Nation is easy and affordable. During the More You Buy, the More You Save sale, you could save up to 50% off. Plus, you could get them with 0% interest for 5 years. During uncertain times, one of the best investments you can make is in your home. So visit windownation.com now to book a consultation.
Hey golfers, you could win a set of custom golf clubs from Flight by Yingling. Thank you to everyone who played in the sold-out 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Spring Golf Tournament presented by Flight by Yingling. Now, imagine hitting the course with a set of custom clubs valued at $2,800 with a cold flight, 2.6 carbs, and 95 calories. Enter now at yingling.com/golf. No purchase necessary. Must be 21 or older. Flight by Yingling. Enjoy responsibly. DG Yingling & Sons, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Got wrecked? Got a pain in your neck? Thomas J. Henry is your next call. Thomas J. Henry has put over $1 billion in our clients' pockets in just 4 years. And we can help you too. Just look at our over 14,000 5-star reviews. The numbers and our clients speak for themselves. So if you've been in a car accident, visit thomasjhenrylaw.com today. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. Principal office in San Antonio.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Ownwell. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ownwell.com/terms. Individual results may vary.
Right now, I have 24 different units. I think that's 15 separate properties. I trust Ownwell with all my properties. I trust them to fight for me with the appraisal district as best as they can, and they've done a very good job. Ownwell is making my life more efficient, making me a better landlord. Using Ownwell, I've saved on average about $10,000 a year. That's a lot of money.
Your property taxes aren't set in stone. They can be reduced. Ownwell combines savvy technology and deep local expertise to save real estate owners real money. Want to see how much Ownwell can save you on your property taxes? Just enter an address and see your tax savings estimate. See how much you can save with Ownwell right now. Text SAVE to 64,000. Text SAVE to 64,000. That's SAVE to 64,000.
Almost 90 years ago, Academy Sports and Outdoors was born right here in Texas. So we know a thing or two about a thing or two. Like beans don't belong in Chile. It's called a feeder road. And how far really means how long. We've been your neighbor for generations. That's why we're adding Texas-sized deals across the store, only in Texas. If you happen to find a better price at a competitor, we'll beat it by 5%. Academy. Fun can't lose.
All right, step up. If you really know the Rangers, this is your game on Rangers Game Day. Make your call in the morning huddles, Ranger Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger who takes one deep. He hits one, you're in. Ranger tickets. He hits two, and then we're talking tickets and a hotel stay. Big swings, big rewards. Wake up with the morning huddle and cash in with the morning huddles, Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
Back here on the Blitz on a Tuesday afternoon. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Whatever you're doing, however you're doing it. I'm Joe. He's Jason. And you noticed something that Wemby's going to get, huh?
Well, along with Defensive Player of the Year, little stuff that comes with it that some of you are aware of. Topps tweeted out, as the reigning Defensive Player of the Year, Vic will wear a gold NBA logo on his uniform in every game of the 26-27 season.
Nice.
Select patches will be removed from his jersey after games and inserted into rare trading cards.
Oh, wow. So the price of those cards just went up.
Well, I mean, how it typically works, though, is if you are able to pull that card, you get it for the normal. And when you sell it, you can pay your kids' tuition, right? But the card itself, if you're the first person to get it, is whatever it would cost, right? But then you could turn around and sell it because it's rare.
It's rare. So what do you get? You got to buy a pack of gum or what?
Yeah, well, however you buy card.
It used to be that way, Minix.
Can we get this sunk into retirement now?
You remember that? It used to be.
Well done, James Fletcher.
It used to be.
That was the perfect time to use that. Yes, in your big league chew.
Yes, it used to be. There you go. And you get a stick of gum and a bunch of trading cards.
Worst stick of gum ever.
Well, it was.
It was. But it wasn't about the gum. Nobody bought the cards because of the quality of the gum.
But you chewed the gum.
Oh, you had no choice.
Well, you had a choice.
But
you could have thrown it away.
Well, after 6-8 chews, it was tasteless at that point.
Well, that's true. But that's how, back in the day, that's how we got trading cards. I guess now they've got shops and stores, and you can just go in and buy the cards without the gum.
You feel a little ripped off?
Well, a little bit, yeah.
I mean, do you want gum with it?
Well, sure.
I would imagine we could find a card shop, go over to the House of Cards and Collectibles, and they'll give you gum if you buy cards.
See, I don't know
it's
how
just one-piece cards.
I don't know how this all works. Honestly, trading cards, because I'm not a card collector or trader.
Is there a card collector out there that could educate us on the fly?
Yeah, that'd be great, because I don't know. So I walk into a card shop and I'm looking for the new Wemby card.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you just buy stacks and hope that it's in there?
Yeah,
that's how it works.
Dude, it is so crazy, and I am not into it. I wish if I would have taken better care of my cards when I was younger, right? And I think a lot of us can say that. But you go into some places now and you buy the boxes, you can buy packages, but a lot of people will buy the entire box. Like straight from the factory, here's the box. And there are people that will live stream opening the boxes to see what's in there.
They call it a box break.
A box break.
Okay. Well, that's cool. I had no idea because, again,
if you get one, that's like scratching off a winning lottery ticket.
Well, it is.
Or I can put it into something, Joe, that you would understand better. You know when you're playing at those little machines, those games of skill,
Yeah.
and you hit a jackpot, and all of a sudden it's showing you a lot of money. Or in your case, your wife.
Yes.
You know how excited you get?
Yes.
Right?
I get really excited when she wins too.
That's but it's rare for you, but it's common for her. So like if you're doing a box break and you pull that card, that same feeling is like getting the jackpot.
Well, now
here's
here's my question to you two card experts.
I'm not a card expert.
So this new Wemby card with the gold logo on it, how long is it going to take for those to be inserted into a box so you can break it?
Next year.
Oh,
because it says he'll wear the patch in every game, select games.
So it's only next year's uniform. He won't wear it like tonight.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, maybe. I mean, how good is the seamstress down at the Spurs office?
Well, I mean, I would imagine you did a little super glue on that thing, right?
Super glue. Come on, it's stitched.
The little patch?
Sure. It's all stitched.
I don't know.
I mean, if it's glued, it could fall off in the middle of the game.
Not if you got a good Gorilla Glue or something. Come on.
I mean, sure.
That's kind of cool. I kind of want to know a little more about cards now.
Card better be centered too.
So, and I'm just curious, and I'm not going to hold you guys to this, but what does a box normally cost?
I have no idea.
A lot.
Well, I mean, what's a lot?
I mean, it depends what you're breaking.
I don't know enough about it, so I'm just talking about what little I do know on the card collectibles, right? So there's a gazillion card dealerships out there. You have your, common, say your Nissan, your Chrysler, your Jeep, your Kia, your Volkswagen. And then you have your premium cars, your BMW, your Mercedes, your Porsche, and they're all cars, right? But there's different levels. And there are different levels of cards for whatever reason that seem to cost a lot more than others. I don't understand the collectible game enough there. I have a friend, though, and you know him well, that is a Jordan collector. And his Jordan collection is got to be, if he were to ever sell it.
Oh, I can imagine.
I mean, put the kids through college.
Sure.
It was some of the stuff that he has.
Right. Well, I would imagine that's the case. I'm just fascinated, and having learned all of this, because now, you'd kind of I'd like to find that.
Well, sure. But you would have
Oh, my gosh.
Well, that's the Prism Black. That is a special limited edition box break. Yes, they are reselling for thousands of dollars.
Well, so that's a resale, though.
Yeah, that's on eBay right now. That's just the whole box, and you don't know what's in it?
Yep.
Jesus.
So, but if
you never know what's in it.
But if you go to a card shop,
it's about $400, $500.
Okay. All right.
And but what's in it could be worth $50,000.
It could be.
Or it could be worth $48.
Could be nothing, right? You get a Boban card.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, there's nothing wrong with it, and I'd be happy to own it, but I'm not sure it'd be worth anything. Until he wins an Oscar or something, you never know.
Just here to enlighten you fellas.
Well, no, I appreciate it. But those were on eBay, $1,500. There was another one, what, $2,200?
Yep. They resell massively because of the rareness of that particular.
Is it hard to find the box?
Yes.
Because I only know one card shop that I go to. That's House of Cards. So if I went in there, would they have a card? Would they have that box available for me to buy? Probably not. Or
probably not. It depends. You got to get there like the day they arrive.
Oh, they're gone.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like, remember back in the day when you used to buy Jordans and you could never get them because they were always
You're not
gone
talking to
and
Rob
sold out.
Thompson, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what you're selling us is we need a card plug.
Yeah, you need a plug.
Okay.
You need a plug. Do we have to unplug it?
Unplug it, maybe. Can we get this sunk into retirement now?
What? I must have missed something there. What the hell do we need a plug for? I thought we were talking about cards.
A plug's an insider that can get you the things you need before they hit the market.
Okay. All right. A plug.
You've never heard that?
I've never heard that. Dude, I'm not into cards.
It's not cards. It's a shoe plug. It's a ticket plug. It's you name it. The guy that can get it before everybody else is
John at Awesome Tickets is our ticket plug.
No, I've never called John a plug. So the next
He's
time
just my ticket guy.
Next time I
So
call
you need a
John,
guy.
hey, are you my plug, John?
Unplug it, maybe.
Not that.
I'm just
It's
saying.
completely different. Completely different.
Because John is great, and man,
But
he always hooks us up, so I guess I see that.
You need tickets. He's your ticket plug.
He is. Okay.
People our age say he's my ticket guy.
Okay.
Right? We're guys. We have a guy for everything, right?
Why, yes.
Right?
Yeah, we do.
You got a guy for everything.
Uh-huh.
You need somebody to get something or get something done. We all know a guy. In that world, it's called having a plug.
I prefer the unplugged, baby.
Well, that's a personal preference.
Well, yes.
Or personal issue, however you want to
I'm just saying.
frame that.
I just, I don't, John, don't worry, buddy. I will never call you a plug. Never will. But
He's just my ticket guy.
he's my ticket guy.
My ticket guy.
Always
so you
hooks
need
us
you
up.
need you need a Wemby trading card guy. Is
Well,
that what you're saying?
Well, I guess, but I mean, again, from what I'm learning today, you don't know if that Wemby card's going to be in there or not. It
Well,
might
of course
be.
not. That's part of the fun. That's part of the thrill. That's part of the hunt. It's
Well, if I'm spending $500, I don't want the thrill of the hunt.
you spend $500 in a slot machine or on a blackjack table. It's for what? The thrill.
It's different.
It's the same.
It's a gamble.
It's not the same.
It's a gamble.
All right. A plug.
Unplug it, maybe.
Why is it that when Pledge plays that, Twitter automatically will show you something about Sydney Sweeney? Because here's an article that just popped up on my Twitter feed that Sydney is coming under fire as Euphoria fans slam her character's OnlyFans storyline as fetish slop. Some viewers are calling the plot humiliating, while others are taking their criticism further and demanding the show be pulled off the air.
Oh, stop it. Don't watch the damn thing then if it bothers you. I mean, what the hell?
Yeah, I watched episode 1. I'll watch episode 2 when it's available.
Well, I've never watched that show at all.
You should.
You said it was like the 3rd season already?
Yeah.
Something like that?
I just watched episode 1 of season 3 because I didn't know about the first 2 seasons.
You know, stuff like that it really grinds my gears.
Does it really?
Well, it does because you know what? There's lots of choices here in this beautiful country of ours. And if you don't like what Sydney Sweeney's doing on that show, then all you have to do is change the channel.
You got to hunt that one down and watch it. So
I mean, it's
you're
like,
making an effort to be mad at somebody just to be mad.
That's the most ridiculous thing that I've ever heard. Just don't watch the damn thing. It's just that simple, and it's just crazy. Now I've seen pictures, and there's videos from time to time on the socials.
You should watch the whole thing and get the full storyline.
Well, I just saw where she was like pretending to be a dog.
That's part of her OnlyFans.
Have you seen that?
She's trying to raise money for her wedding.
For her wedding?
Yes.
Is she got a fiance?
Well, obviously. Who
Why?
doesn't want to spend money on the flowers? I don't want to give away the storyline, Joe. You got to watch the show.
Well, what a dumb.
What?
I mean, that's stupid. Dude.
What?
I mean, he should be happy as hell. I mean, wouldn't you? You'd spend a fortune on some flowers, wouldn't you, Minix?
No.
Yes, you
They're going to
would.
die in a couple of days.
I don't care. If that's what she wants, buddy, that's what she gets.
Yeah, well, if you can't afford it, she's figured out a way to make some money.
Well, I would imagine her OnlyFans would do pretty well.
The San Antonio Missions have just announced that tonight's game has been canceled.
Not surprised,
So
honestly.
if you want tickets from us today, whether on the morning huddle or tomorrow, good news is they're playing a doubleheader tomorrow starting at 5:05. You can exchange tonight's tickets for tomorrow's doubleheader or any future $2 Tuesday.
Oh, that's awesome.
So if you want tickets from us, you can go tomorrow or you can redeem them for any future game. Call the Missions if you have a question or send them a message.
Props to the Missions for doing that. And I don't know if that's something they always do, but good for them. I mean, I'd go to a doubleheader. Doubleheaders are fun.
Well, they are fun. But
They're a lot of fun.
You're working.
Well, I'm just saying.
You can't make two.
I didn't win tickets today. So I don't have anything to exchange. We need to go. We need to go to a missions game, and I'm not saying not as members of the media, but a bunch of us go so we can drink beer and eat hot dogs and have fun.
We can do that.
We need to.
We got a plug over there. We'll be well taken care of.
Who's your plug, Minix?
I'm not.
Unplug it, Minnie.
There's many. Gas.
Yeah.
Dave.
Yeah. What
did you say, Pledge?
Did he just snort?
I might.
Did he
have.
really?
It's possible.
I totally missed it. I normally catch it when people snort. Nobody snorts more when they start giggling than our friend Gillespie.
Oh my gosh.
But when she does, it's a whole ordeal. You can't help but notice it. You snorted?
I must have. I don't know.
Over a plug?
That was kind of funny.
Unplug it, Minnie.
That's still my favorite of all time.
Good Lord.
Yeah, my favorite of all time.
Spurs play tonight.
They do, and our good friend Raul Dominguez just tweeted out all the stuff. They've got all the T-shirts on the chairs all ready to go. They're riled up. So now I get a good look at them. I didn't see that. They're kind of cool with the they got a bunch of rowels all around them. It's not only the O that's the spur, but there's a lot of little spurs in different colors. Fiesta colors, by the way, for the rest of the rowels. So if you're going, you'll get a nice swanky T-shirt.
Riled up.
Put it on.
Wear your shirt.
Wear the shirt.
Wear the shirt.
Yes, let's do that. I just learned something new today. It's outstanding. I know what a plug is.
And you feel what a rowled was.
And a rowled. I hope you guys.
You don't want a rowled plug, though.
I hope you guys. No, I don't think so. That might
hurt.
That could be painful.
Could be.
Yeah, it could very well be.
Would be.
I'm sure. As it rolls in there.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness! A lot more to do. We got another hour of this fine broadcast. We've got more. We got tickets to give away to the Gunslingers game. We're going to do that in the 5 o'clock hour. Charean Williams joins us coming up a little bit later as well. We'll talk more Wemby and some NFL football when we return here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Hey, let me talk to you about Connecticut quality water softeners. Again, I've had it in my house for a long time. I love this thing. I don't know what I did without it. I don't know what I would do without it. And if you really want to treat your family and protect your house at the same time, you need to think about Connecticut quality water softeners. They are the best in the business. Everything changes when you put that thing in. The showers, the dishwasher, the washing machine, all of it. You can feel and see the difference. It is amazing. And right now, the cherry on top from the fine folks at Connecticut Quality Water Softeners is the free reverse osmosis drinking station that you will receive when you purchase your Connecticut Quality Water Softener. They'll even install it right there at your kitchen sink. And what that means is you got bottled water without the bottle. It's fantastic. So no extra trash. You don't have to lug the bottled water in from the grocery store. You've got it right there at your kitchen sink. We use it for absolutely everything. It is an outstanding product, and it's just a little bonus from the fine folks at Connecticut. They're also going to give you 0% interest for 12 months. Free money for 12 months. You don't want to wait. Give them a call, 656-PURE, 656-7873, or you can get them online at ConnecticutSA.com. And you know the jingle, sing it with me. It's the last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656-PURE, Connecticut.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is KTFM Floresville and streaming online at sasportstar.com.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio and have been practicing law here since 1994. And in the past 30-plus years, I've helped hundreds of San Antonians injured by negligent drivers. If you've been injured in a car-truck collision, call me, 210-900-0400. I did want to let you know of a very disturbing trend I've seen that you really need to be aware of. If an attorney or someone acting on that attorney's behalf calls you after a traffic collision, with very limited exceptions, that is called barratry or solicitation. It's a crime and is unethical under our state bar rules. Do not answer these phone calls. Do not hire an unethical attorney. Neither I nor anyone in my firm will ever call you after a traffic collision. If you need my help, and if you've been injured in a traffic collision, I think you do, you'll need to call me. My name is Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400, or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
Attention coaches, educators, and booster clubs. Need a fundraiser that's different from the rest? With Gardenville, supporters purchase something they already need. High quality, locally sourced mulch and compost. Your organization earns money on every sale. Real products, real value, with support from Gardenville to keep it simple. Ready to grow your fundraiser? Visit garden-ville.com/fundraising. That's garden-ville.com/fundraising.
Have pain? Have chronic pain, low back pain, knee pain, neck pain, or shoulder pain? I can help. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, and we get to the root of your pain. We don't just give pain medications. We do the proper investigation to see what is the root cause, and it's covered by your insurance. Reduce your medication, avoid surgery, and get rid of pain for good. Call for your free evaluation. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, where we get to the root cause of your problem. 210-468-1891.
Legendary doesn't happen by chance. It happens because it's what BetMGM does. Sign up for BetMGM using bonus code KOSTOS, KOSTOS, and you could receive up to $1,500 back in bonus bets if you don't win your first bet. Get into hockey, basketball, and more of your favorite sports with same-game parlays, live betting, and more. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. Must be 21 years of age or older. This specific promotional offer is not available in Michigan, Mississippi, New Jersey, New York, Nevada, Ontario, Pennsylvania, Puerto Rico, or West Virginia. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-MY-RESET. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. First bet offer for new customers only. Subject to eligibility requirements, rewards or non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
People. They're good. Good for laughs, for snorts, for cries, and goodbyes. People are good for doing nothing or getting up to something. People are good for squad goals and squad. People are good for you. Jim Beam. Best enjoyed together.
Jim Beam, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, 40% alcohol by volume, 2026 James B. Beam Distilling Company, Claremont, Kentucky.
When snack time calls, Pork Rinds answers. Be your own crunch time hero with Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. Skip the chip and go straight for the ultimate crunch that's low carb, high protein, and loaded with bold flavor. We're talking sweet barbecue or hot honey. Yeah, it's that good. Snack smarter, crunch harder. Stock up on Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at H-E-B or head to porkrinds.com. Make Southern Recipe your crunch time hero.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Playoff basketball inside the Frostbank Center tonight. The Spurs look to build a 2-0 lead in their first-round playoff series with the Portland Trail Blazers. Tip-off set for 7 o'clock. The game will be televised on NBC. Victor Wembanyama will play in his first game since being named the unanimous and youngest Defensive Player of the Year yesterday. Other playoff action tonight. Celtics host the 76ers. Celtics up 1-0. Lakers looking for a 2-0 lead on the Rockets.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Well, happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope you're having a good one. I know you are. If you get off work at 5 o'clock, you're running out the door, headed to the car to turn us on here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. He is Jason Minix.
Game day.
Game day.
Game 2. We'll get a lot into tonight's game coming up at 5:30. Game Night San Antonio brought to you by Vision Source. And I would imagine Wemby will get his Defensive Player of the Year trophy prior to tonight's game. It's typically how that works. And, you know, you'll have your riled up T-shirt ready to go.
riled
for those that are going to the game tonight, because it was about this time yesterday that Wemby was announced as this year's Defensive Player of the Year. The only drama, would it be unanimous? And it was.
It was.
It was.
Yep.
It was, which makes him the first unanimous winner and the youngest winner of the Defensive Player of the Year. And again, it feels like, he could have got that last year if it weren't for blood clots.
Well, I think he would have gotten it last year. This would have been his second one. And again, I saw a tweet, and you saw the same thing from BetMGM. Their prediction is the next 10 Defensive Player of the Year awards will be Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, wasn't that from ChatGPT or something? Like
No.
AI predicted?
No, I saw it was BetMGM was who sent out the tweet that I saw.
You know, it is crazy. And again, being unanimous, as Vic said today, was important.
It's just very meaningful to me. You know, it means that there's no place for debate. It means that everybody agrees upon something. I mean, it's impressive. It's more impressive than, there's no asterisk in it. You know what I mean? It's not. It's like it's not a subjective matter.
Well, obviously it's impressive. Nobody's done it before, so that makes it pretty impressive. And rightly so. I mean, it would have been just a travesty, honestly, if one or even two people would have voted for somebody else, because it would have just showed their ignorance.
Well, and again, I mean, there is obviously no doubt. One of the things that Wemby said today that really gives you a look at what drives him, because every great athlete, I mean, and everybody that plays pro sports, they've got stuff that most of us don't have, right? And then you get the Mamba mentality types that only a select few have. And Wemby was asked, because a lot of guys, especially in the NBA, they don't worry about defense. Wemby was asked today about what drives him defensively.
So there was one very interesting happening. It was in Rouen in France. I was playing. It was my first year, so I was 14 or 15, I don't know. It was in the middle of the first year. And the opponent coach said, "Oh yeah, he's an NBA prospect, but he can't play defense, so attack him." And my teammates and my coach told me that the coach said that. So
you took that personally?
Yeah, I took that personally. And the rest is history.
I took that personally.
The rest is history.
Love it.
Well, the best thing that ever happened to him.
Probably that whoever that coach was, should get a nice little thank you note.
Absolutely.
From Wemby. And it probably at the time wasn't saying it to be disrespectful, and it was probably true. Yeah, he's tall. Don't be afraid of him. He's not good defensively. And Wemby said, hold my beer. But he knew what he had to work on. And he takes pride in his defense. A lot of guys in the NBA don't. That's just a part of it. All right, and defense is all effort. But it drives Wemby. It drove him then, and it drives him now. And winning Defensive Player of the Year and being unanimous was important. You saw when it was announced, all right, unanimous? Yeah. And that's when the smile came, because he knew there. And, he talked about last night on NBC the idea of openly talking about these awards and why they're important.
High ambition. And honestly, I think we often overlook, the team aspect, because, I'm sitting here. I happen to be the guy that's put in the spotlight, but I am part of the system, and I couldn't get this award, and I couldn't do what I do if it wasn't for my teammates who actually, do the rotations and allow me to be in the spotlight. If it wasn't for my coaching staff, Sean Sweeney, the defensive coach of our team, sitting here with us right now, Mitch Johnson as well. I fit in a system, and I happen to be the guy who benefits from it, but we cannot forget about these guys either.
Well done, Wemby. Well done, brother. I'm proud of you. That was great. Credit your teammates, your coaches, everybody else. That's the way to do it. That's outstanding. Good job, Wemby. Proud of you.
He mentioned Sean. Man, I hope he doesn't get one of these head coaching jobs that are going to open up. He will be soon enough, but is our defensive guy on Mitch's staff.
Oh, he's going to get a job soon.
Yeah, but does he have to do that now?
Well,
right. And again, I'm with you, but you talk about unsung heroes on this Spurs team, guys on that staff that most fans don't recognize, don't know, and the work that they have done. And we talked about this some the other day when Sean Elliott was on with us. You know, Mitch Johnson surrounding himself with incredible coaches and allowing those coaches to do what they were brought in to do is a big part of it. And for Wemby to mention him by name, he's one of those that I don't think a lot of fans recognize, but he'll be a head coach sooner rather than later. And selfishly, I hope it's on the later side.
Well, we'll see. I think he's going to get some interviews for sure. I mean, most likely the Golden State job is going to open up. The Chicago job is already open, and there's going to be more. You know that. So the guy has just done a great job. And look, it's Mitch Johnson planting his tree, right? So the coaches that go out. I mean, Pop's got coaches all over the place that worked for him, and that's what's going to happen. With Mitch Johnson, especially if they continue to play this well. So we'll see what happens. He's here until the season's over.
Sure.
Hopefully that's a long time from now.
June.
We'll see. But, yeah, I think that's a compliment, though, and that's a good thing.
It is.
And for Wemby to do that and say that about him, about the other coaching staff, he did mention Mitch by name as well. And I love that answer. It was great. It was awesome. It's the way it's done. You want to talk a little Cowboys football?
Yeah, we need to do that. It's draft week.
It is draft week. In fact, 2 days away from the NFL draft, round one.
49 hours, 50 minutes, and 33 seconds away.
You're impressive, Minix.
Dude,
You got that
Wemby
clock
math.
in your head.
Yes.
Yeah, that clock. It's incredible. Charean Williams, ProFootballTalk.com, joins us next here on The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, often I tell you about Quartermoon Plumbing, Heating, and AC. Experts at worst-case scenarios. If you're dealing with an emergency plumbing issue, AC issue, Quartermoon is the best. 210-651-5899. But it's not all about emergencies. They got great maintenance programs, and they've also created something that, for a reason. They call it their Breathe Easy package because apparently if your house is smelling a little bit off, that could actually be your AC, and apparently that's been happening a lot. So at Quartermoon Plumbing, Heating, and AC, they created the Breathe Easy package to help kick that funk out of your system. What they're going to do if your house is smelling off, they're going to come and they're going to pull and deep clean the blower motor, blower wheel, and the AC housing. Clean your coil, disinfect the inside of your AC cabinet, and then install a UV light to zap bacteria and other nasty stuff that is hiding in your unit that could cause a bad smell in your home. You're going to get cleaner air, a fresher smelling home, and everything's going to be the way it should be. So if your house is smelling off, it's not you. It's not dirty. It's your AC unit. Could be your AC unit. So call Quartermoon and ask them about their Breathe Easy package. 210-651-5899 is the phone number. 651-5899 or online at quartermoonplumbing.com.
Let's be honest. Watching the Rangers is better when you got something on the line. On Rangers game days, call your shot with the morning huddles. Rangers double dinger payday. Play ball! Pick the Ranger you think will send one into the seats. He hits one, you're going to a Rangers game. He hits two. Now you've just been upgraded. Tickets and a hotel stay. That's what we call getting paid. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Make your pick and win with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
Missions fans, get ready for AARP $2 Tuesdays at Wolf Stadium, presented by San Antonio Sports Star. Enjoy $2 tickets, beer, hot dogs, and more at every Tuesday home game. First pitch at 7:05. Don't miss out. Get your tickets now at samissions.com.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collision since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you or a family member needs an experienced attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyerforus.com.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Progressive knows that boat days can come with unexpected problems.
It's been a tough Saturday on the lake. I ordered swim trunks in this orange cream color, but it's actually more orange auburn. Oh, and it's swimwear. I probably can't even return these.
If a real problem comes along, your boat's protected 24/7 with Progressive, so you can keep worrying about boater problems. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, not available in D.C.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code FAME25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FAME25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code FAME25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
We're only 48 hours away from round 1 of the NFL draft. I cannot wait to see what happens and what moves are made or not made. Who knows what's going to happen. Going to be fun to watch, though. This is The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minnick.
And let's talk about it with Charean Williams from Pro Football Talk, joining us now on the Buyers Barricades guest line. And Charean, before we get into draft talk, how about Brandon Aubrey getting a deal done? Highest paid kicker in NFL history prior to the draft starting, and reading some quotes from Brandon, this is something that he pushed for between his agent and the team to get it done before the draft.
Well, I think the Cowboys made it clear that they weren't going to pay him $10 million a year, and he took a bad publicity hit from that and kind of saw the writing on the wall, and the Cowboys just said, basically, they publicly said, we're fine him playing on the tender. We got no problem with that. And I think he saw an opportunity to become the highest paid kicker in the NFL, and that was enough. You know, $7 million is enough for a kicker right now. Maybe one day a kicker hits $10 million as the cap continues to escalate, but now is not the time for a kicker to be paid $10 million. I think he understood that and called his agent, Todd France, and said, let's get this thing done, and they did it, and it was fairly quick once he decided that he wanted to get signed long-term and move on with this season, getting ready for this season.
You know, Charean, in your experience with this kind of stuff and him wanting $10 million, was that him or is that Todd France or maybe a combination of both?
Well, it starts with the agent. The agent sets the market and then, tells the player. I mean, he's in charge, tells the player, this is what we're trying to do here. And he's the one that, advised Brandon Aubrey to turn down the initial offer, which was under $7 million. They did get it up to $7 million after Fairbairn signed with the Texans and it became the highest paid kicker in football. That probably helped delaying it a little bit, got the money up to $7 million for him. But again, it was Aubrey who initiated the whole thing of, all right, I'm done doing the $10 million thing. They're not going to pay me $10 million. Give me $7 million and let's go get this signed. And they did.
The idea of it getting done now, and it kind of feels like listening to the Cowboys brass, they had offered him a deal that would make him the highest paid at kind of what he got, and then he wanted 10, they tagged him. Did they just come back and say, Jerry, is that offer still on the table? Let's get it done. And are you surprised that Jerry said yes and they got it done at what he got it done for?
Well, it's a little more. It was under $7 million, and they got it up to $7 million. So they came kind of to a middle ground of, this is what Fairbairn's making. This is what Kerr is guaranteed. But Kerr had the highest guarantees. And let's just make you the highest and move on. And they both agreed to that. And it was fairly quick after they agreed to get that done. And, the Cowboys want him long term. There's no question about that. And they were willing to pay him the initial offer a little less than $7 million. And so it was pretty easy to go up to $7 million, and he deserves to be paid the highest paid kicker in the NFL because he is one of probably the best kicker in the NFL. I thought he had kind of an off year this past year, but with his leg strength and the ability to make over 60-yarders, I mean, he's just a weapon for the Cowboys. So they got it done, and that's the key thing, and he'll be here in Dallas long term, and that's what the Cowboys wanted. That's what he wanted, and ultimately they got it done at a deal that satisfies both sides. That's what you want to see at all of these deals. Like, you want them done early, and you want both sides to be happy, and I think this is one of those cases when both sides are really happy with this deal.
Charean, I know we've talked about it here over the last several weeks, but it just seems like the Cowboys are operating a little differently as we head into this draft. Am I wrong about that?
I don't know. We still got Pickens out there, and I don't see them doing it. I do think there's a chance that a trade could come about, whether it's before the draft, after the draft. And they had Jordan Tyson and Omar Cooper in for pre-draft visits, and those weren't just cursory. They don't do cursory pre-draft visits to try to throw other teams off. That's not what they do. They do pre-draft visits because those are guys that they might really take, and there's a chance they're going to take a receiver with one of those first-round picks. And if they do that, I think that they're going to trade George Pickens. They are not going to sign him to a long-term deal, and I don't think he's going to be happy with that. There's going to be a long holdout. It's going to be a distraction. It's going to be the same thing we see every single year with the Cowboys. So are they operating differently? Maybe in some areas. Maybe they're being a little more aggressive. Maybe they're committing a little more money. I don't know. But you still have Pickens out there, and it's hard to say. I saw Ian Rappaport got killed for saying, well, this is the kind of thing the Cowboys do, get this deal done early. No, it's not the deal they usually do. They usually wait until the last minute, or they trade the player, in Micah Parsons' case, and move on. And I think there's a chance that George Pickens is traded.
Interesting.
And again, with the Cowboys, that wouldn't surprise me. I'm still kind of hoping that the Cowboys trade, Miami for a linebacker before Thursday. Right. And obviously that would affect what their draft is going to be. Currently sitting with picks 12 and 20. They are going to have a press conference tomorrow morning, their pre-draft press conference. What are the chances Jerry tips his hand on his desire to move up in the draft tomorrow?
Yeah, there's always a chance with Jerry. I mean, he starts talking and you don't know what's going to come out of his mouth, so I think there's a chance. I'm with you. I'd like to see him trade that 20th pick for Jordan Brooks. It's like what the Bengals did with the 10th overall pick. I personally like that trade pretty well for the Bengals. You know what you're getting. You're getting Dexter Lawrence, one of the best defensive tackles in football. These are lottery picks, as Mike Florio likes to call them. You might hit on them, you might not hit on them. You feel good about guys, but that doesn't really mean anything. I mean, Marvin Harrison Jr. was supposed to be a generational wide receiver a couple years ago. He was just going to be it, the greatest receiver in NFL history. We heard all that. What's Marvin Harrison done in the 2 years he's been in the league? Do we even hear his name anymore? And part of it, yes, is because he plays with the Cardinals. I get that. But my point is, we can do this exercise with whoever you want to say. Go back and look at any draft, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 10 years ago, and you see how many first-round picks really made a difference on their teams. There's not very many. It's a lottery pick. You might get it right, you might not get it right. Why do you think Micah Parsons was passed over as long as he was and fell to the Cowboys? Because people didn't know he was going to be Micah Parsons. They didn't know he was going to be the guy who was going to be the generational pass rusher, and that's what he's become. Sometimes they get it right. Myles Garrett, number 1 overall, he was the right pick. But you just don't, you truly do not know until they play 5 years. Some of them you know quicker than that. But my point being, Dexter Lawrence, you know what he is right now. You know what he's bringing to your team. You don't know what you're going to get with the 10th pick, and you don't know if he's going to be, he might be as good as Dexter Lawrence. He might not be as good as like Dexter Lawrence. But you know what Dexter Lawrence is. So if the Cowboys give up that 20th pick, there's not 20 players that any team has rated as first-round picks. I can guarantee you that right now. Never that many picks that teams have rated as a first-round pick. You're not getting a first-round pick at 20. You might hit the lottery. He might be great, but you know what Jordan Brooks is and you know what he can bring to your team. That's what I would like to see him do with that 20th pick.
Well, interesting, and if they do that, that may answer a lot of questions with what they're going to do with that 12th pick, because there is still a lot of smoke out there, Charean, about them trading up to try and get one of these the big names again. And I agree with you, lottery picks, but I've saw another mock draft today that has them trading with the Saints for the 8th pick and drafting Sonny Styles, which I thought was ridiculous because I don't think Sonny Styles will be there at number 8.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It has to be somebody falling. And I would think it'd be more likely if one of the edge rushers falls, which I don't think they will. I'm talking about Reese or Bailey, and I don't think either one falls. But if one of them starts to fall, I think, maybe you see the Cowboys try to move up. But I honestly don't think they're going to try to move up. The Morris Claiborne thing, I'm sure will give them pause. They think back to when they traded for Morris Claiborne to move up, and that didn't work out for them. And it's just what they do in free agency because they remember how the Brandon Clark thing worked out for them. He didn't become an all-world corner. He was a decent corner. It wasn't like it was a failed $50.1 million deal, but he didn't become what they thought he was going to be, which is that shutdown corner. And so then they started doing in 2013 what they've done every year since then, and not spend a lot of money in free agency, that it just wasn't worth it. And so I think the Morris Claiborne thing will come back in their heads as they're contemplating a possible trade up, that it didn't work out the last time. How can we be sure it's going to work out this time? And you're never sure. That's the thing, again, about the draft. You're never sure. Every team comes out of the draft feeling good about what they got. And realistically, there's only going to be 1, 2, 3 teams that are going to end up super happy with their draft class, again, after 4 or 5 years. And we're just going to see that. That's just the way it is. And some teams do it much better than other teams do and hit on those late-round picks, which really is the key more so than hitting on those first picks, is how deep was your draft? How many starters did you get out of this draft? How many Pro Bowlers did you get out of a draft? So, and when I say give up the 20th pick for Jordan Brooks, they'd have to get something back. Maybe you get a second-round pick back. I don't know. You get something back in return. You're not just giving up a first-round pick for Jordan Brooks. But I really like the idea of them getting a linebacker there and whatever you get. And that's the thing. You can wait and see. Wait at 12, see what you get at 12, what you need. If it ends up you get Styles at 12, then you do something else at 20. So I like the idea that they keep an open mind and just see what happens in this draft. And to me, you take the best defense. I'd stay there and take the best defensive player. But, there's a chance they move up or down for sure.
Charean Williams from Pro Football Talk joining us here on the Blitz on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. And the draft, obviously, a crapshoot. I'm curious if you know off the top of your head, because I think we can all point out some guys that were late-round picks that have been impactful for the Cowboys. But, second rounders there for a while were all awful. But late round, they seem to do okay, probably a little better than 50%, which is above the league average, isn't it?
Yeah, I would say so. You look at Dak Prescott, finding him in the 4th round. Jay Ratliff is probably a good example, a late-round pick in recent years. There's a lot of them that they've really hit on in those late rounds. Overall, I think they've done a pretty good. You mentioned the second round, and I think that's the one area where they failed, is because they go for those guys who are injured or have, whatever kinds of questions that they have, and they haven't worked out. But their drafts overall, I would say they've been among the better teams to draft players. When you look at the success of CeeDee Lamb, you look at the success of Michael Parsons, who was their draft pick. Ezekiel Elliott was really good for a few years before he fell off the cliff in a hurry.
Yep.
And so, I think they've done a really good job in the first round, and I think they've done a really good job in the late rounds. It's that second round that's kind of bit them.
Well, this is why I'm okay with them not having a second-round pick, because I don't have to worry about a Schoonmaker or a Mozzie Smith or a Jalen, what's his name, with the drop foot. I mean, all those guys are gone, right? Yeah.
Stay
Don't
away
pick in
from
the
Michigan.
second round.
Yeah, stay away from Michigan.
Yeah, apparently.
So, Charean, what does your gut tell you about if the Cowboys stay put or is defense with that first pick, you think, or are you pretty convinced that they'll do that?
Yeah, I think they'll stay there, and I think they'll take the best defensive player on the board. Now, I do think Jordan Tyson is a realistic option there. If all the defensive players they want are gone, I think Jordan Tyson is an option, and I think they'll consider him. And if they do, then look for George Pickens to be traded, and they'll go with Jordan Tyson. But I hope it's a defensive player for their sake, because you have they showed last year, they had all the offensive weapons they could possibly have, second in total offense, and what did that get them? It didn't get them into the playoffs. You've got to have a better defense, and the only way to have a better defense is to draft defensive guys who can come in and start for you.
100% agree.
Absolutely.
Christian Parker would like to be a very defensive-heavy draft as well, but I'm with you. If Jordan Tyson's there, I don't see any way that Jerry passes up a shiny object. It's going to be the CeeDee Lamb story all over again.
Yeah, agreed.
Best player available. Follow her on Twitter at NFL Charean, read her at ProFootballTalk.com. Charean Williams, Mother Football, always appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it. The great Charean Williams on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond. Online at buyersbarricades.com.
This kid is good when he's on the field. He's just been injured a lot. And if you're injured a lot in college, what are you going to do in the pros?
Get healthy.
I damn sure wouldn't waste the 12th overall pick on him. That's just me.
Are you talking about Tyson?
I'm talking about Tyson. Yeah. He's just had a bunch of injuries.
Well, I don't want a wide receiver.
Well,
and I love this kid.
Sure.
But I don't want a wide receiver. And then you see a story today about the McCoy kid from Tennessee.
Yeah.
He might need another surgery. His ACL's fine, but he might need, I don't know, bone plug.
Some kind of bone.
We'll talk.
He's got a plug
for his bone. We'll ask the doc about that coming up on our injury update.
Absolutely. We're going to do that. Plus, it's going to be game night San Antonio, brought to you by Vision Source, because the Spurs, well, it's game number 2 in their first-round series with the Portland Trail Blazers. Can they get it done in San Antonio before they head to Portland? We're talking about it when we continue here on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Hey, I want to tell you about Window Nation. Spring is here, although it's been raining a lot, certainly has, but it's a great time to open up your windows, right? Unless your windows are old and not working properly, and that happens to a lot of houses, especially if they're a little bit older. And it's interesting because when Window Nation first came aboard, they came to the radio station, and they gave us a demonstration on how they do it. They'll give you the same one. If you call them to your house, they'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. But you'd be surprised how much of the cool air from your house goes outside because your windows aren't sealed properly, and how much of the heat comes into your house because your windows aren't sealed properly, and it can cost you a lot of money. It was a fantastic demonstration. Top quality custom fit windows from Window Nation is easy, and right now they're running a sale. It's called the More You Buy, the More You Save sale. You could save up to 50% off all your windows. Plus, you can get them with 0% interest for 5 years. It is an incredible deal. If you've been thinking about new windows, now is the time to make that happen with Window Nation. In fact, Window Nation stands behind their windows with a lifetime warranty. That's right. They could be 20, 30 years old. Doesn't matter. If something goes wrong with them, Window Nation is going to take care of it. Plus, they're rated A+ by the Better Business Bureau. You don't want to wait to put an end to your window problems. You want to save big now with Window Nation's The More You Buy, the More You Save sale. It's going to end soon. It's too good of a deal, so you want to take advantage of this. The best way to do it, go to windownation.com. windownation.com. That's how you book your consultation.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Coming up on the Morning Huddle, Game 2 in the books for the San Antonio Spurs. How's the series looking as they head up to Portland?
Lots of Game 2s and 3s in the next couple of days. We'll get you all caught up. The NFL draft is just hours away. Thoughts the Cowboys going heavy on defense. What do you think? Get here early. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Spring into savings this truck month at North Park Chevrolet in Castroville, your 6-time Chevrolet Dealer of the Year. Lease a 2026 Silverado 1500 Crew LT for $589 a month, 0 down. Or drive a 2026 Silverado 1500 Crew Custom for $36,999. New heavy duties have 3.9% financing, no payments for 90 days. Together, let's drive North Park Chevrolet, 10 minutes by Loop 410 in Castroville. Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
Fiesta with NAW, Northwest Automotive Warehouse with party-worthy promos. Through the end of April, take $150 off the American-made Real Truck Undercover Ultraflex truck bed cover. Call or visit with promo code BLITZ to save $100 with free install. That's $999 installed on most Silverado, Ram, or F-150 5.5-foot bed Ultraflex covers. 200 in stock. No wait. Shop local with NAW. Family operated since 1978 on Culebra or online at nawtruck.com.
Hornitos 100% agave tequila isn't for the few, but for the many. To pour with friends and friends of friends. For you, for me, for everyone. Hornitos, the tequila de todos.
100% agave tequila for 100% of tequila lovers. Hornitos Tequila, 40% alcohol volume, 2026 Salsa Tequila Import Company, Chicago, Illinois.
Now that Wendy's has these new biggie deals, everyone in the family can get what they're craving, from nugs to JBCs. The parental units can get an $8 biggie bundle, the eldest who think they're so grown can get a $6 biggie bag, and the little one who can do no wrong can get a $4 biggie bites. You know, assuming they have a credit card. No, I'm kidding. We take cash too. 4, 6, and $8 biggie deals for the whole family. Only at Wendy's.
Price and participation may vary. Single items at regular price. Prices may be higher in Alaska, California, and Hawaii.
George gets justice. It's you versus them. The driver who changed your life. The insurance company dodging your calls. They want to give you up. At George Salinas Injury Lawyers, they take on insurance giants and they fight to win. No upfront costs, no games. Just the fight for results. If you've been injured, it's time to get George. Call George Salinas Injury Lawyers at 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George gets justice. Getgeorge.com.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
At the Home Depot, we have all your appliance answers. And with Spring Black Friday savings, you can get up to 40% off, plus free delivery on select brands like GE Profile. Simplify your day and get the GE Profile all-in-one washer dryer with a quick 90 minutes wash and dry time. Now available in multiple color options. And a fridge with hands-free autofill that fills your cup perfectly while you prep for your day. Shop Spring Black Friday savings and get free delivery on appliance purchases of $998 or more right now at the Home Depot. Offer valid April 9th through April 29th. U.S. only. See store online for details.
Spurs in action tonight, game 2 against the Portland Trail Blazers. Spurs looking to take a 2-0 lead in this best-of-7 series. So hopefully that happens. We're going to talk about it here in just a moment. But we got something to do first, Jason.
Right. We got to give away some tickets to go see the San Antonio Gunslingers. They play Saturday afternoon, 4 o'clock against Northern Arizona. You want to go? We've got your 4-pack. We'll give them to caller number 9 right now.
656-3776, 656-ESPN. Good luck. Caller number what?
9.
9. Caller number 9. What the hell am I looking at?
I have no idea.
Minix just sent me something, a picture of guys.
It's a beach. It's Adam Thielen, shirtless, some other dude. They're on a boat. And you talk about some strange-looking nipples.
Well, that's got to be his parents, right?
You would think.
Well, Adam Thielen's got none. I mean, it's like they were just sucked right off.
Like you go to those massage places or you see those athletes with
the bruises.
With the compression, that's
suction cup.
Yeah,
thing.
It's like they did that to the nipples.
I guess
it looks odd.
And his dad.
Let's get you ready for the Spurs game tonight.
This is Game Night San Antonio. Brought to you by Vision Source on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. Every weekday game night, The Blitz with Jason and Joe get you inside and ready for tonight's game. From insiders to an in-depth preview of tonight's game, this is Game Night San Antonio. Brought to you by Vision Source. Beyond your eyes.
Game 2, San Antonio and Portland tonight down at the Frostbank Center. It is Game Night San Antonio, brought to you by Vision Source. Go to Stone Oak Vision Source and see Dr. Chandler Mann there at Stone Oak Parkway and Hardy Oak, or Dr. Gonzalez Vision Source, Dr. Diane Gonzalez, Market Ridge near the HEB at 281 and Evans Road.
Should be a lot of fun inside the Frostbank Center tonight, although it's interesting that the line's coming the other way a little bit. Obviously, some people thinking that Portland might play the Spurs a little bit closer tonight. I'm not sure that they will unless they figure something out or get hot. I'm not sure, but it's come down from 11.5 to 11.
The idea that after Game 1, the questions have all been, well, what's Portland going to do different? And I do think they're going to try to be more physical with Wemby.
I think so.
And maybe try to get him into some foul trouble. But my question is, what are the Spurs going to do differently? They're going to make some adjustments, and a big part of the chess match in a playoff series isn't what is one team going to do, but also anticipating what they might do and how are you going to counter. So you get 2 inexperienced playoff coaches in Tiago Splitter against Mitch Johnson trying to play this chess game. Obviously, Wemby, Defensive Player of the Year, will get his trophy beforehand. Black shirts on the seats that say "Get riled up," but I look for Portland to try to be better from three than they were because they were awful. What were they, 10 of 38?
Something like that. It was bad.
But also, when I look at the Spurs' three guards, it's not like any of those guys had spectacular shooting nights either.
No, Wemby covered up a lot of warts, if you will, from some of those other guys, just the way that he played. I agree with you that I think Portland will try and be a little more physical with Wemby on both sides of the floor. Yeah. And I'm talking about when Portland's on defense, I think they'll try to bang him a little bit. And I'd like to see them go inside. I say I'd like to see them. I think they will go inside a little bit more and challenge Wemby. Now, that comes with a lot of risk, obviously, for Portland because a lot of those Wemby could have a season-high blocks tonight if they do that. But I think get him off the floor. And I think if you get Wemby off the floor, if you can manage to do that and get him in some sort of foul trouble, then I think Portland has a chance to at least hang around because they played pretty well on Sunday when Wemby was on the bench.
Yeah, they're scrappy, but to your point, I mean, they were 10 of 12 from the free throw line. Spurs were 16 of 19. Yet Spurs fans, and I'll raise my hand, pissed at some of the calls that went against San Antonio in that game. And it'll be interesting to see, do the officials more or less swallow the whistle and let them play playoff basketball? But I look at De'Aaron Fox was 7 of 15. Vassell was 5 of 13, but clutch when it mattered. Castle was 4 of 13, but he did have 7 assists, and he was great at the free throw line. And I think Steph Castle's aggressiveness will keep him at the free throw line, and he's got to keep knocking him down. Wemby, with his 35 points, I think he'll be in that neighborhood again tonight, 35, but I don't know that I'm going to bank on him making 5 at 3-pointers in a game like tonight.
No, I don't think so either. And look, Wemby can pretty much do what he wants. Whether he wants to shoot from the outside, if he's feeling that, or if he wants to get inside in the paint. But they have no answer for Wemby.
No.
And that's why I say I think the only chance that Portland has is to try somehow, some way to get him and to sit on the bench for as long as they possibly can. And I don't know how you get that done. I'm not sure that any kind of strategy will work in that situation. But I think that's their only opportunity to win a game at all is to do that. Or if Portland somehow, some way gets hot from the three-point stripe. You know, Drew Holiday did nothing the other night. And that kind of surprised me that he did not have a good game. You have to believe he'll play better tonight than he did in game one.
You know, that's too, but Spurs did a great job. They held them under 100 points. And Portland is a scrappy basketball team. They don't go away. They didn't go away, and they kept showing that fight. And I think you'll see that. At some point, the Spurs will take the will out of the Portland Trailblazers. But I also think the Spurs have the appropriate fear. De'Aaron Fox said something along the lines, I'm paraphrasing, even though we're expected to win. And they are. Double-digit favorites again tonight for Game 2, according to Vegas odds. A lot of people predicting this series to last no longer than 5 games. A lot of people predicting a sweep. The Spurs are expected as the 2 seed to knock off a Portland Trailblazers team that was a surprising 7th seed. Even in the play-in game, everybody thought they would lose to Phoenix. In fact, they were losing to Phoenix, and they rallied back to beat the Suns because they're scrappy. And I think the Spurs have, to steal the favorite line from Greg Popovich, the appropriate fear. But if you think it's just going to be easy, the Hawks beat the Knicks last night, rallied late and got that win. The T-Wolves, even their series with the Denver Nuggets, rallying late and got that win. It's playoff basketball. You can't take anything for granted. The fans brought the energy on Sunday. Can that energy be duplicated tonight? And for the Spurs, it's not like Portland's got a ton of playoff experience either.
No.
But they both have that now. They popped that playoff cherry the other night. So now can they just go play basketball?
Well, we'll see. I mean, Sean Elliott warned us that Portland's a decent team, and they're going to be a tough out, if you will. And they played the Spurs. They just kept hanging around. By the way, before we go to our injury update, SGA has won the Clutch Player of the Year award in the NBA. That was just announced. Jamal Murray with the Nuggets second. Anthony Edwards is third. Cade Cunningham came in fourth.
Clutch, huh?
Clutch Player of the Year, SGA.
Was he unanimous?
No, he was not unanimous. He got 96 first-place votes, but Cunningham got one, Jalen Brunson got a couple, and Nikola Jokic got one. So it was not unanimous. I don't think you're going to see a bunch of unanimous votes for anybody other than Defensive Player of the Year when it comes to Wemby.
Absolutely. A game night San Antonio brought to you by Vision Source. Spurs Blazers tonight, 7 o'clock is the tip down at the Frostbank Center on television on NBC. Every Tuesday about this time, we get you caught up on injuries. Our injury update powered by the Sports Institute at TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine, online at TSAOG.com. Welcome on the Buyers Barricades guest line, Dr. Harrison Schofield. And Doc, Tennessee cornerback Jermon McCoy has been in a lot of mock drafts going to the Dallas Cowboys. And my concern is he didn't play at all last year because he tore his ACL last January. Now, all along, people have said his ACL is fine. He's had enough time to recover. He's going to be good to go. But there's a report today that some doctors are concerned that he'll need another surgery to replace a bone plug used to repair a cartilage defect in his knee. His ACL is fine. So what is this bone plug that we're now hearing 2 days before the draft?
Hey, guys. Yeah, thanks for having me on. So, yeah, at the time of an ACL injury, there's a big shifting event to the knee. And so not usually, but sometimes there can be a big injury to the cartilage being the soft, smooth surface on the edges of the bones. And so usually if that happens, it's usually something pretty small and you can kind of just clean it up and not a big deal. But occasionally there's a really big area of cartilage that's missing, and that can become a much more significant problem. So there's a few different options on how to treat that, particularly if it's a pretty big area. Basically what you can do is core out that area where the cartilage defect is missing and replace it with a combination of both bone and cartilage. If it's a relatively small area, you can use some of your own cartilage and basically steal it from a place that's not as important. If it's a big area, then you usually have to use donor cartilage and replace that. So as far as return to sport, when we kind of look at that, ACL is a very high rate, 90% plus people are able to go back and operate. It's still the same level of their previous competition. At that surgery, that what's called the osteochondral graft, is a lower return. So usually closer to 70% as far as how often they're able to get back to the same level. And, it's just another thing that could potentially fail, just like, an ACL can re-tear, that graft cannot take, or that cartilage can break down and have problems. So, I think it's a real concern. Is there a chance that the graft totally takes and is no problem? Absolutely. I think that's more likely that that's the case. But, just another factor that compared to a routine ACL definitely makes it more complicated for sure.
Well, Dr. Schofield, if they have to go back in, and some are saying he could need surgery for this, what do you just put it back in place? How does that work?
Yeah, so if you were to have to go in, it'd be basically because either that cartilage didn't take for some reason or had breakdown, and you'd have to do a revision or basically redo and take that old graft out and put a new graft in. So, as far as my understanding, there's no immediate concern for that. It's just that it could break down. Certainly, if you have to go back in and do a redo of that, then that is a pretty big problem. And I would think that the likelihood of having a totally normal knee ever having to do a redo of that procedure would be relatively low.
For him, it sucks that this story comes out 2 days before the draft, because if you were concerned, now you're going, yeah, let's hope you're there in the second round.
May cost him some money for sure.
Kevin Durant is a game-time decision tonight. Missed game one of the Rocket series with the Lakers. According to Shams, it's a deep bruise in his right patellar tendon. How significant is a deep bruise in the right patellar tendon?
not very significant, and that's just going to be totally, up to symptoms. It's not really something that, he can really damage any further. I think they'll probably just make a game time decision on that. If he feels like he's ready to go and can fight through some discomfort, then they'll have him go. If they think he's going to be, not being able to play at a high enough level to go, then they'll sit him out. But it's definitely not something that's going to be a problem for him long term. And I imagine he'll probably play tonight. And if he doesn't, then he'll probably be back the next game.
Well, Doc, according to the head coach there, Ime Udoka, he says that the pain is okay, but it's the movement that he's having an issue with, just the mobility of that. Would that concern you at all?
Yeah, I guess I'm sure it could be a little bit stiff. I still wouldn't think it'd be much of a concern of like a risk for an injury and for that patellar tendon tearing, unless there's some already partial tearing in that tendon. If that were the case, that would be more of a concern. But just based on a bruise, then I wouldn't be worried about it as far as like an Achilles that's about to rupture or anything like that. I would think that would be very unlikely.
Is that one of those where he can get a little shot or something where he doesn't even feel it and just go play? Numb it up?
Unfortunately not. Yeah, around tendons, we really don't like to do any of the steroid injections because it actually can weaken the tendon, and that could potentially lead to a rupture. So for a lot of those joint problems, definitely they can get shot up with some good steroid and be feeling good. This is probably not an issue that you'd want to do that to because you could potentially worsen the issue.
Good
Wow.
stuff.
Very
Dr.
good.
Harrison Schofield, always appreciate the knowledge and insight.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me on. Go Spurs.
Yeah, absolutely. Go Spurs, go. The injury update powered by the Sports Institute at TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine, online at TSAOG.com. And thankfully, we don't have any Spurs injuries that we need to spend time dissecting, and hopefully it stays that way through Game 2. Dr. Schofield and all our guests on the Buyers Barricades guest line.
Well, look, Kevin Durant will be back. If he's not back tonight, obviously I would assume he'll be back for Game 3. The question is going to be, are they down 0-2, or can they somehow pull it out and get this thing evened up at 1-1, headed back to Houston? But our issue is the San Antonio Spurs, and they are coming up tonight. 7 o'clock tip-off inside the Frost Bank Center. Pledge, you got a show? Extra Innings with Pledger is coming up next. Be sure and join the fellas in the morning. First reaction to whatever happens tonight. AJ and Rob will get you started at 6 o'clock. Jason and I will be back here in studio.
Malik Rose will join us on the Blitz tomorrow at 3:35.
I can't wait to talk to Malik, so be sure and join us then. 2 o'clock here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Until then, have a great night, everybody.
When you think San Antonio sports, think 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.